Okay, what up ladies and gents, it's your favorite Asian robot right here, and today we are going to have a poll and discussion because I actually want to know, are people going to be buying the new Halloween skins? I think that that's something that's going to be really interesting to check out, so let's find out, shall we? Let me start by just telling my Discord that I'm going live. Hello, Zandre. Nothing much is up. Just gonna conduct a little poll. Hello, Cirrus. The one, what's up? Foxy, Renee, welcome everybody. Okay, let's start a poll. Let's see, poll. Okay. Okay, starting the poll now. There we go. Hey, Hazza. How's it going? Alright, so today, of course, I'll still be farming reactors like per normal, but I wanted to also open up a little bit of discussion. Like I said, I've seen the skins that are dropping on October 10th, and I've also seen the Ultimate Freyna skin, which we all know is going to be really, really spicy. So, give me your honest opinion. I want to hear your honest thoughts. What do you guys feel? And I want to know because I am so interested to see who is buying the new skins, and you know what kind of environment have we got going around here. That's always something of interest to me, big interest usually. Okay, let's go pull the catalyst out of my research.
If it's new research, I'm listening.
Okay. Well, the skins have already been shown to all of you guys. They've already previewed the Ultimate Freyna skin on Twitter. So, not sure if you guys have seen that, but they've already showcased it. It is pretty spicy. It's really nice. The other one was showcased in the season preview trailer. I'm pretty sure you guys would have had a chance to see that. All the Halloween skins were showcased there. So that's why I wanna see what people feel. If anyone did vote no, let me know. all right, and let me know your reasoning for why. Okay, because all the skins have already been showcased. If you guys have not seen the skins yet, then you should definitely check out the First Descendant YouTube channel, number one, because they dropped the season preview, the October 10th preview, and you can check Twitter to see the Freyna skin. Hey Pod, doing good? Petro? Okay, I'm gonna go grab some brains first while we talk. Let people come on in. And they can have their say too. Like I said, I'm really interested just to see what the environment's like. Yeah. These kinds of interesting little discussions are what I live for. No matter what game I play, I'm always one of those that will always be like, so, you know, what's everybody thinking, or what's everybody, you know, feeling? Now that kind of jam. Hello, Colin. Anyway, I started my show a little bit early today because I wanted to start talking to people straight away if I could, you know? You're definitely gonna want those emotes. Fair. I mean, there's nothing wrong with wanting the emotes as well. I mean, the emotes did look pretty cool. It just depends on the price point, because if they're gonna overcharge us, then look, I love spending on skins as much as the next person, and I hate giving any of these people some leniency here, because I don't like those kinds of conversations. I mean, there's been a whole discussion being reignited right now about the game dying, but the viewership is lower, obviously. And this is due to less players playing the game, and that's natural. I've already said that this is very natural for games like this. However, that also means that does cut a little bit into my spending money. So, like, unless people are going to donate big. And of course, some people that were members in the past have lost interest, so they're no longer renewing the membership. So it means less revenue coming in, and I don't blame them. You know, this game isn't for everybody. Not everybody's going to stick with this game 24/7. Completely understandable. I completely get it. You know, but that does mean that I have less, you know, play money. So if there's less play money around, I may not be able to spend on skins. Therefore, you know, if they're gonna do this big Halloween drop, the question for me, I guess, is it gonna be worth my time? And that's why I want to gauge how the community is feeling. Because if the community is, you know, ready to spend, that's good. But how ready is the community to spend, you know? The price is going to be expensive, in my personal opinion. I feel that they're all going to be premium skin price, which is about 750 caliber. As we all know, that's going to be full price, and I know that's going to be expensive. So it's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tough one this month. Go to the First Descendant official Twitter. They showcase the Freyna skin. The other ones are on YouTube. Oh, you don't have Twitter. Okay. Yeah, it's fine. If you're gonna wait and see, then it's okay to wait and see until the game drops. Like, that's completely fine. Sorry, I misunderstood. I thought you said you do have Twitter. I mean, to me, I feel that 20 bucks is not okay for a skin. I do wish that they were 10 as well, or less. I feel that this is one of those types of games that will sell more if they charge less. Because the more affordable you make something, the more people actually spend on it. If the price is enough to give a person, the average person, a pause, then in general, the overall sales tend to drop. Very common in the game industry. I see it a lot. Hey, Malode. So, yeah. A lot of people are on pause waiting for Freyna to drop, but at the same time, although they will come back when Freyna drops, and of course, you know, they'll take a look at the premium shop, Nexon is banking on sales. I'm not so sure it'll go that way. You know? I'm not so sure it'll go that way. And Fortnite, you know, will always last. You know, Fortnite will always last because they've got so many interesting things in it, you know? In a twisted way, I wish I would have gotten into that, but I'm not competitive enough for Fortnite. It's a little too crazy for me. But they do have some interesting stuff going on each season, and it's definitely evolved from what it was. So that is really, really cool, in my personal opinion. That being said, you know, I don't regret not being a Fortnite creator because that's definitely not my thing either, you know? Fortnite has no build. Yeah, I know. But I have no interest in Fortnite. And we're not here to discuss Fortnite, are we, Fred? So silence yourself before I silence you. Anyway, coming back to the point though, yes, you're right. There are a lot of games as well that get by with less expensive skins. One of the biggest gripe points that I have in Overwatch, and indeed Diablo as well, they do make a lot of money. Don't get me wrong. These people make a lot of money. But here's the thing. They do not share a lot of that profit around. And the biggest problem is that I feel that they would have made 3 times more if they made everything cheap. Because when everything feels cheap, it feels like you want everything, you buy everything, and you end up overspending. This is actually what happens to most people. You see, when the price point is reasonable, and you can apply this to your business if you have a sales business or whatever, but when the price point is reasonable, people will spend more. Because they feel like, oh, it's not that much. So they'll spend, and they'll spend, and they'll spend. Hey, Bruce. So yeah, I think it's definitely going to be an interesting thing to see, you know. Within context, I feel that many of these other games have succeeded because they are either considered the premium brand and they know they've got a captive audience, like Diablo, or they make their skins more reasonable and everybody just buys tons and tons and tons and they win on volume. They survive on volume, you know? Oh, listen, I have no doubt. Everything in Diablo 4 is crazy expensive. I played for a short time and it was nutty, but you know, the money in there is not that great unless you are at the forefront of making builds. And unfortunately, everybody, like those certain websites and whatnot, they've kind of got a monopoly on that, so it's hard to break into the field. I tried my best, but it was definitely too grindy for me, too difficult. It was hard to experiment, it was hard to really bring things up to snuff. So making the content was not easy. And this led to a lot of problems overall. Because only those that had the kind of support system, like those big creators, only those kinds of guys could really do it. And you know, I wasn't going to be into that. So it was not a good, easy time for me creating content for that. That being said, you know, if only Path of Exile was coming out a bit sooner. Path of Exile 2, I might look into it in December, but I don't want to be discussing that right now since the focus should be TFD. Oh, listen, I feel that, Foxy, I feel that. But I know for a fact there's going to be so many skins I'm going to want. You know, there's going to be so many skins that I'm going to want, and it's going to hurt. If there was an option that changes your skin every time you spawn in, change location, etc., that would encourage you to buy more skins, I mean, I don't know. That sounds like a very unique option that would only apply to you, but hey, you can always give feedback to devs. Who knows? Maybe they'll take up your idea. I don't think Freyna will be like Haley, but it's definitely still going to be a grind. Do not expect the grind to be easy or difficult. Do not have any expectations of the grind, I guess I should say, because we don't know what it's going to be like. Okay, let's head back to the outpost and let's see where the polls are at. So only 18% of our viewers are going to buy straight away, which is in line with what I expected. About 56 are going to wait and see. Fair enough. So roughly speaking, we have close to a 70% that are actually going to buy the skins. But 20% are saying no, screw the cash grab. And I agree with that as well. A lot of people find the skins way too expensive. And I don't disagree with them. I feel that if they brought the skin price down to about 10%, the 20% could be converted. However, at the same time, take note that roughly 70% are going to purchase. Close to 70% are going to purchase, you know? And I feel that if they want more certainty in skin sales, they need to give us a bit more confidence as well. Not really, because everybody knows what the skins are, but that wait and see, like what they have, is all would be covered under wait and see. Because I think that there's no real middle ground. So it's either you're gonna buy or you're gonna not buy. That being said, I do understand the wait and see option might have been a consideration. However, I wanted to cover more of the positive and negative options as well. And plus, again, like I said, everybody should know what the skins are already. The previews are already out. If you have missed them, you can go to Twitter to see the Freyna skin. So on the First Descendant official Twitter, they have showcased the Freyna skin already, which is really, really good. That one is a straight buy for me. I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to be very honest. It's a straight buy for me. As soon as I get my hands on Ultimate Freyna, because, again, I'm not allowed to buy progression. Once I actually farm Ultimate Freyna, I will grab her skin straight away. There is no question being asked. So Nexon already made $20 for me. Then the other Halloween skins are the prison outfit, the nurse outfit, a couple of the other ones. You can actually see them in the season preview trailer that they dropped. So yeah. I don't know if Freyna will be locked behind Deathstalker. There's a lot of speculation right now. Excuse me. And I don't really want to add to the speculation because we don't know for certain how she's going to be farmed, but please expect it to be a challenge. Even if it's not locked behind Deathstalker, she could very well be locked behind 400% infiltrations. Do think about that. You know, there's no indication of how she'll be unlocked. You see, unfortunately, a lot of people just aren't ready for these types of grinds. I'm not trying to throw shade or anything, but just there are a lot of people who simply aren't prepared yet, you know? And that, I think, is something that Nexon needs to be aware of, because they are going to be pushing the endgame grind. And players who are not at endgame yet need to be made endgame level. That being said, Gluttony is going to become easier. However, if you cannot clear him now, it is an indication that you are not having the right builds and strategies. Because even if I don't bring a Valby with me, right, I'm still more than capable of clearing Gluttony reasonably at about a 65% clear rate, which is really encouraging. So if you're struggling to clear Gluttony, it means that you are not ready. Please make sure that you're ready. And if you're not ready, then get yourself my Haley gun build and you'll be ready. You see, the thing is, and I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name because it's Korean, so I've got no idea what your name is. But the fact is, right, they could lock her behind Deathstalker. And again, I would say that this would be completely fair. 400% is a possibility, but like, I have to be real, you could also lock her behind Deathstalker. Well, Redline, I wouldn't say that we are already adept at everything in the game. The vast majority of players are not. And that is in fact the entire struggle. I have a video that will be dropping probably tomorrow, where I did the test the other day just to see, wow, this is a great reactor, but it's chill in dimension, damn it. Shame. I'm gonna put him in storage though. That's a pretty crazy reactor. It's got the goodies. Now, where was I? Oh yeah. So I did a test the other day, just going into random groups for Gluttony, and of course I was using Haley, so I'll be real about that. And the clear rate was around 60-ish%. I plan on discussing it in a video tomorrow, talking about how people feel about the public matchmaking, you know? If it's failing fast on average, though, again, I'm not trying to throw shade at anybody, NDF, but I do have to say that I think that if the runs are failing fast, the problem is the player themselves. Fun fact, Miloud. Molten Fortress has a worse clear rate than Gluttony. And unfortunately, a lot of players, like I said, the problem is the players themselves. It's not so much the bosses, I find. It's the players themselves. Players are just not prepared, and they haven't followed my builds. If they followed my builds to the letter, they'd be able to do everything that I'm doing. But every single time that I make a build, and I've noticed this constantly as well, like I said, I'm genuinely not trying to throw shade, but I've noticed that every time I post a build video, everybody will say, oh, but this other person posted a build video. And I'm like, okay, then use that to clear it. Oh, I can't. Okay, fair enough. So then why don't you use my build? But this other person's my favorite. I'm like, homie, you're talking to... I'm not trying to toot my own horn, but you're talking to the #1 official creator here for First Descendant. Do you really think I don't know my stuff? I don't think I'd be in the position that I'm in if I did not know what I was doing. So, I don't know what's wrong with people. Like, you give them the solution, but they don't follow it. I don't mind the grind. Most players are not at endgame level, and I don't expect them to be, but I have already laid down the pathway. See, this is another point of contention, and I guess a point of frustration, because I've already shown people, here's how you do it, and they're like, oh, I don't know how to do it. I'm like, did you follow my build? No. And I always ask myself, like, homie, what the hell? Like, why wouldn't you just follow my build and do it? Because even going into completely random groups, ladies and gents, I went into completely random groups the other day, and this is something you can fact check. But when I went into completely random groups, I had a 60% clear rate with Gluttony with total randoms. Sometimes we got a Valby, sometimes we didn't get a Valby, and we still won. You know, it's because I was bringing a perfected build. You know? Molten Fortress has a horrendous clear rate of only 50%, and this is with me perfecting the mechanic. Now, I deliberately chose not to play Rocket Launcher, Glay, and Cheese It. But it seems so strange to me that players would give up instantaneously. I think the problem right now is more that really bad YouTubers have influenced the player base negatively, #1. Because look, I might be the #1 creator, but not everybody tunes into my stream, right? And that's fair, okay? Not everybody is down with the robot. I know I've got my fair share of haters because I'm a very strict person. I'm a very rule-based person, all right? My info is the best, but at the same time, I'm not gonna mollycoddle anyone. I'm certainly not gonna, to put it crudely, and I'm sorry to do it, but I have to say it, I'm not gonna rub anybody's balls here, all right? That's not my job. My job is to tell it like it is. My job is to do everything free to play, except for buying cosmetics, obviously. My job is to do everything free to play and show players that it can be done. And I've proven it time and time again that it can be done. Over and over and over. But it's the players themselves that seem to have an issue. Molten Fortress especially. Players just up and leave. They don't want to try. They don't want to learn the mechanic. All they care about is that, oh, did we kill Molten instantly? No? Okay, bye. I'm gone. Like, it's silly. We should not be at this level. Haza, I don't think so at all. Because as far as I know, that is not supposed to be the way. I feel that, like, with the reactors, they are going to allow you to put one weapon of each type on. Because if they make it limited to the round type, then it makes no sense to the player. We're gonna have to bring 3 weapons of the same round type. Then there's no point in changing the system at all. So I don't know where you heard that information, Haza, but I'm gonna tell you, a lot of YouTubers are trying to clickbait people into this. And I'll tell you that it's not the case. Because if they do that, Haza, then that is going to be the worst way that they can implement this mounting change. No. We are going to be able to put 3 weapons on it, and it's going to be whatever weapons we want. Because they've told us we can freely change. If they do not implement it in this way, do you know how many players are going to leave? Half the player base is going to be gone instantly. Because half the player base is hoping for this reactor change. That's the only reason they're sticking around. So, no. There's a lot of people, look, there's a lot of YouTubers right now. And I hope none of you will be watching them. Because I'd be very ashamed if you do. There's many people who are saying, oh, the reactor change may not be this way. Where's the evidence? I want them to prove it to me that they have evidence other than what the devs have already said. Because the devs have already said, freely implemented. There is no wording to suggest that we will not be able to put any weapon mounting we want on the reactor. Because think of it this way, it makes no sense. The whole purpose of the game is to use different ammo types, right? If we make a high-powered reactor remain only high-powered rounds, and we cannot put anything else on it, and then what's the point of having 3 weapon optimization conditions? It makes no sense, right? That is another problem, Mr. Dantify. A lot of players seem to go into, you know, these intercepts under-leveled for some god-awful reason. I'm not sure why. Maybe they were lied to. Maybe they're hoping for a carry. But they seem to just think it's fine. But I know for a fact it's not. Unfortunately, a lot of people are foolish like that, Redline. And, you know, I agree with you, Foxy. If they don't get the one shot, they leave. Well, Haza, for somebody that, you know, spends as much as he does on this game, I'm surprised you're so pessimistic about the implementation. I don't think they're gonna weird ball us. And if they do, I'll be the first person to protest. Alright? I'll be the first person to protest. Because the player base is going to be half on that day. I hope we are wrong about the pessimism for sure, because if they throw us a curveball like that, their player base is going to be half. No lie. I think that is something that we need to talk to them about. You know, I've always said this, but more people need to open their mouths. Because it's all fine and dandy to discuss this with me. But have you guys gone on social media or the official Discord? Have you guys been knocking on their door about this? Because I think we do need to knock on their door about this. It's silly. It's soul crushing, like you say. And I agree. I agree thoroughly. You know, it's wrong. It is, Haza, it is. And I'm a man who is very easy to tempt with skins. But even I know it's too much. You know? I don't think we can maintain it for too long, so we'll have to see. Of course, Nameless User is the first one to come out with a comment like that. Glad you think so. Well, Mr. Dantify, unfortunately, that's the reason why most of them are not official. And if they are official, they're usually low level. I've seen a ton of them around. I've checked out their content. Nothing for me to even blink at, you know? It's why most people do come here for their stuff, but at the end of the day, that is how it is. I don't interact with those kinds of people. I don't like them. I think they're very silly. But yeah. Absolutely, Haza. Enjoy, Renee. I think the reactors are a big deal because the substat issue is a major killing point. It has in fact turned so many players off the game because reactors are absolutely crucial to builds, you know? Well, Mr. Dantify, I can certainly say that my channel has remained good, so I'm happy with that. But YouTube-wise, look, that's because in the first month following a launch, every Tom, Dick, and Harry will try and milk this for all it's worth. Then what you're left with is either the real content creators or, you know, those that are trying to break into a new field. This is very common for most games. And I'll be real with you, even Diablo 4 had it. I was one of those. All games will have it. So I'm not worried about that. The problem is, you know, what types of YouTubers are choosing to come here. And unfortunately, and this is the weird thing, this game has seen more of the clickbaiters come by than a lot of other games out there, which remains strange to me. Maybe some of them were influenced by how people used to do things in Warframe, but a lot of that stuff is not going to fly here, so we'll see how that goes. Well, the handy thing about that, Axome, is that when the 400% infiltrations do come in, firearm XP is definitely going to get buffed. Well, you see, nameless user, if you don't want content creators that don't genuinely like the game, here's the thing. You have to support the ones that do. I've actually spoken about this at length with a lot of users, you know. In fact, I had a small discussion about it yesterday as well. But I've noticed that a lot of people here, again, not trying to throw shade, I just want to be very honest. And again, it might be because this is a free-to-play game, but I've noticed that people do not support their streamers enough. Okay? I'm not saying it's because you guys aren't watching hours of my videos. Many of you guys do. In fact, the people at my stream probably do more to support than most, you know? But
new subscriber detected.
As unfortunate as it is, streaming is a tip-based industry. Donations, tips, super chats, a lot of these are extremely important. In the first few months, this was really good because a lot of the whales were spending and keeping the content creators in business. This particular month, maybe it's because it's Halloween, maybe it's because, you know, people are back in school, or, you know, people just got no time. I've noticed that that stream of revenue has sort of dried up. And again, I can be open about that because me, I'm still making most of my money through ad revenue, but the less support that streamers see, the less they're going to want to actually make content. I mean, I feel the same thing all the time, you know. I'm always looking for another opportunity because the main content doesn't pay for everything by itself, you know. There has to be more out there. And that is unfortunately an obligation that we all have to face. So, yeah, you know. Well, those YouTubers that brag about how much they've spent, well, that's on them. In which case, I would hope most people wouldn't support them anyway, because that seems like a very wrong thing to do. But for me, I feel that genuinely for those people that if you want the good content, then the viewers unfortunately do need to spend as well. And it's hard because you can't really put that on somebody, you know. They got their own bills to pay, they got their own rent to pay. But streaming is, at its very core, a tip-based industry, you know? If we can't make solely off viewership, then we have to look for tips. We have to look for other means of staying in business, you know? Because we've got bills to pay just the same, so... It's tough. It's tough to strike that balance, and... there's no real solution to it. You know, try as I might, I've thought about a lot of ways to encourage this type of behavior, but at the end of the day, look, I know how difficult it is to make 2 cents. All right. So I myself do not encourage that. I just say like, look, if people got some spare change, then fair enough, you know, I'll take it. But right now I know it's difficult, and it's tough as well for me because it's hard to keep afloat, you know, especially in the leaner times, like when we're waiting. Like this season has not carried over well. Next season will probably be bigger and way better, I have no doubt. But this season's going to be a tough one for me. And considering I have to move back to Singapore at the end of the year, there's a lot of extra expenses as well. It's not easy. So, yeah. Thanks, Anthony. I appreciate that. I hope I can drum up more support. Sorry, nameless user, but I would not do that. As a full-timer, what I would do is I would simply seek other opportunities with other games. Because there is no way that I would do DoorDash, my guy. And besides, if I were to do DoorDash, you guys would get even less content. So no. Rather, the onus would be, and I'll say it frankly, the onus would be on people who are my viewers instead. You know, if they were so pressed. Again, I just want to be open here. If they were so pressed, then they could do the DoorDash and then donate to me. But, again, I'm not putting that pressure on anybody, so don't assume that. But the point is, if you want your creators to stay in business, there has to be this middle line. You have to give up something. Be it your time watching videos, or leaving videos on play with the ads running, or if you've got YouTube Premium, leave the videos playing. You know, these are great ways you can help for free. Spread the word on social media. There are actually a lot of ways that you can help your streamers for free. All right, but in order to help them for free, you have to commit. You know. And it's up to each individual what they want to do and how much they want to commit. But, as I mentioned yesterday, just make sure you're not one of those that comes crying to me when, you know, the content disappears, if it ever does, and say, hey, why don't you do this anymore? I'll be like, you know, because I'll pull out the accounting book and say, how much did you do to keep me afloat? Because if people aren't helping their streamers for free, talking about their streamers 24/7, helping them get big, look, it's a numbers game. The more numbers we have, the more we can do. But anyway, we're getting sidetracked here. I'm not here to talk about the streaming industry or streaming. So let's refocus on skins, right? I'm going to check in with a poll right after this, and we'll see how we're doing. Hey, Cal, doing good. Just doing a chat and discussion poll. More of a talk night, you know, chill day. My goal here tonight is actually to talk about the skins and see how many people are actually going to be buying, you know, things like that. I want to gauge how the audience of TFD is feeling right now. But we got sidetracked, unfortunately. So we started talking a little bit about the streaming industry, you know, money matters, all that kind of stuff. I guess it all just ties in, but anyway, like I said, I want to just refocus the discussion where we're at. So that's a quick summary of what we've been talking about today thus far. Now, I'll check in with the poll right after this mission's done. Then I'm gonna go open vaults while taking a look at chat constantly. Sure, if that's what works for you. I understand that, Maloud. Gluttony is not about the damage. Gluttony is about the mechanic. So if your team can handle the mechanic, good. If your team can't, then you fail. Like I said, I've got about a 60% clear rate with total randoms. Assuming no Valby as well. Like, assuming I don't bring a Valby personally. Like, I only get one through randoms. So, you'll get there, Kakashi. But you also need to do more damage than that. If you want to really carry, you should be dealing about 90 to 100 million. Also, Greg's is probably a poor choice. Enduring Legacy will do better for you. Greg's is okay, but Enduring Legacy is a lot better overall. Axome, resistance should be ignored for skills. That's what I'll tell you about that. Okay, don't worry about resistance. The only time you need to worry about resistance is when I tell you about resistance. Alright? So if I did not say that you have to worry about resistance for this boss fight, don't worry about it. And that's why tuning into streams gives you the best knowledge. Have you ever seen me worry about it? No, right? So don't worry about it. If Robot doesn't worry about it, you don't worry about it. Simple. Okay, let's take a look at the polls right now. 17% of our viewers, which is about 107 votes so far, so if we're just looking at 17% of that, that'll be about 18 people are going to be buying straight away. I mean, I'm one of them. I'll be buying Ultimate Freyna's skin as soon as I acquire Ultimate Freyna. 46% are in the wait and see bracket, which is completely understandable and reasonable. And the wait and see bracket being 46% means that some of those people, roughly, let's try the calculation. That's about 50 people are gonna suss it out, see whether or not they're gonna spend anything, and 28% say screw the cash grab. I like that, and 9% also said no. So the amount of no's that we have in chat is about 37%. So it is increasing. And it does go to show that, you know, this will not always be perfect. Okay, very interesting results thus far. Now, guys, here's the thing. Don't forget to like the stream. If you enjoy the discussions that I have with you guys, you enjoy the content, you want to keep seeing the content, make sure to hit the like button. This is one of those things that we talked about earlier. If you want to see the good content carry on for TFD, why wouldn't you hit the like button? The like button is a free way that you guys can help your favorite streamers. We don't know, nameless user, and it is pointless to discuss that right now, okay? Asking in chat is also pointless right now because nobody knows, okay? So, my guy, I've already warned you multiple times before. Please keep it chill, all right? And if you cannot keep it chill, then once again, you're going to go in the naughty box, and I'm sure you don't want that to happen. All right? I'm sure you want to sit here and participate. So, because after all, despite the fact that I put you in the naughty box multiple times, you keep coming back. So if you want to sit and participate, then come on. Keep it chill, right? Nobody knows yet. So let's focus discussions on things that we do know and facts that we do have. Now, when it comes to the fact that 38% of people are actually saying no to this, we need to worry about that. Because if 38% of the audience is saying no, then this is all additional revenue, you know, that Nexon is losing out on. Nameless user, look, if that's how you're going to behave, then off to the naughty box with you. There you go. And there you go again. So you can act out, you can act childish, you can say whatever. But at the end of the day, the only one who's not going to get the attention that they want is you. And it is clear that you are the one appealing to the people's attention by trying to draw the discussion toward yourself. Have you noticed that you're always making a comment? Something like, oh, hey guys, what do you think of this? What do you think of this? You're like that annoying kid at lunch that goes around to the cool kids table and says, hey guys, I'm part of the gang too. I'm part of the gang too. Come on, don't behave like that, dude. We all got out of that in high school. I've told you that multiple times. Let's be chill. Listen, you know, that's completely fine, Kakashi. As long as you use my code, that's fine, you know. And yes, please do use my code, all right? Make sure you guys hit the link. If you guys do not hit the link, all right, and register, then I'll be sad when you spend. So maybe he does like it in the naughty box. But either way, I'm glad that most of the audience here is mature enough to actually talk. Do I have juice boxes in the naughty box? No, we don't. I call my naughty box Penadura. Okay, it is a giant hole in the earth. Nobody ever gets out of Penadura. Anyone who knows the reference, you're awesome. All right. I actually do not know that, Smoke. So far, all of the ones that I've seen are only female. So I have to be real with you. I have only seen the female skins. I have not actually seen any male skins thus far. There could be some that are universal though. So please do look forward to that. I don't think I've got the power to send people to hell. That being said, guys, don't forget to like the stream. The more of you that like the stream, the more discussions we can have. It's one of the great ways you can help your streamer for free to get more attention. The more attention, the better. Best way to unlock Ultimate Bunny, are there any shortcuts? No. Make sure you have your Sharon, make sure you have your Enzo, grind those outposts, go get your Ultimate Bunny. Getting anything in this game is a numbers game, so make sure you're working hard to get those numbers. That's fine, Kakashi. You know, spend on whatever you like, but if you're spending on other games, don't bring that up here. Out you go. But no, there are no shortcuts. In life, there are no shortcuts, right? What you do, if you're farming any ultimate, right? I would go here. Where do I get this? You can see the percentages on everything. Choose the one with the highest percentage and just go for that. Just go relentlessly for that. That's how you do it. So yeah. That's the right way, Jay. Jay at the bodega. I like it. And yes, swiping after you register me as your content creator is one of the best ways to get Ultimate Bunny. But yeah, honest to God, the easiest way is just make sure that you guys open up access info, check all the pieces, go for whichever one has the highest drop, and then go for that. Just grind and you'll be all good. Yes, indeed. Good, Renee. Thank you. How do you get liquid metal? Let's have a look at that. I'm pretty sure it's one of the things here. Liquid metal, this is only available from normal mode. So if you look at it, right, you can only get it from dismantling weapons that are acquired in normal mode and below level 100. So it has to be weapons that are all below level 100. You do not need liquid metal because this is superseded later on, okay? Take note that once you get to hard mode, you can still do all the exchanges with the more advanced materials. You do not need liquid metal, my guy, all right? That is also true, Sir Glizius. So you're not wrong on that. Truly, if you find that the highest drop farm is too difficult, look for the next highest. Hello, Chateau. Well, Milord, you know, it's been more than 5 days of trying. Keep going. You'll be able to get it. Nice job, Tariq. Well done. It is luck-based, and it will always happen eventually. That is something you guys can be confident in. How's, don't think I didn't see that shift-delete mod comment, alright? I'm going to have to squeeze you for skin money at some point. You keep that up, I'm gonna put you in the vice. See you later, CG. Unfortunately, those of you that must work. How else will you support me, right? Enjoy your meeting, my friend. Okay. I have my Enzo. Now I have enough of these. I need the mixed energy residue. Meetings are truly dreadful. Okay, don't forget to like the stream, and I will carry on talking in a moment. It's Twain. It's probably because... Are you in hard mode yet? Because if you're looking for the fine adjustment control axis, if you're not in hard mode yet, you shouldn't be worrying about it. So...
The special human child. What do you need?
Here you go. Fine adjustment control axis, you can use either liquid metal or high precision exchange components, which is level 100 weapons. So do take note of that. Everything has two options. One option is from normal mode, and then one option is from hard mode. So if you're in hard mode, then don't worry about the liquid metal option. It means that you don't have enough of these. It means that you don't have enough high precision exchange components. So go farming, and then, you know, get what you need, because that's how it works. Okay, you shouldn't be looking for liquid metal. Once you're in hard mode, this is irrelevant. Chato, of course this game will have longevity. I'm not worried at all. If I was worried, I wouldn't be here. People have already asked me. I left Helldivers when it was at about 40,000 players. People have asked me why I haven't left this one when we have finally dripped below 20,000 players. I said, that's how these types of games go. That's how this industry works. Enjoy, Sea Killer. Just don't burn yourself out. Take regular breaks. That is the best way. If you don't take regular breaks, you will burn out, and then we won't see you back for months and months and months. And to be honest, that's what actually happens to a lot of players. They burn out so fast. So I don't think this game will fall off, but people burn themselves out constantly. I warned everybody in the preseason. I said, you're going straight into season 1 after the preseason. Don't burn yourself out. Take some breaks. They went into season 1, disappointed with so many things. They never got themselves to endgame. They started raising a fuss. And I said, didn't I warn you of this? And then all gone. So I never see most of those people back. There you go. It's Twain. Hey DJ, how's it going? It needs more endgame. I mean, that's up to you. I'm fine with what we have, but like I said, I'm relaxed. You know, I do this for a living, so I don't care. But, you know, people will want more content. They'll want more this and that. I always tell people, if you want more content, take a break. Just take a breather. As you should. And of course, you should keep supporting the streamers too. Because otherwise, when the devs release the content, there's going to be no one to walk you through it. Or even help you. And that's completely fair, higher up. Nothing wrong with that. Listen, Chato, very common. It always happens. I tell people the same thing in every single grindy game, and guess what they do? They burn themselves out. Hello, Adventure.
Codes of this level are child's play.
New subscriber detected.
I'm glad that there are people who are stoked for the skins. I mean, I am too. But I'm also not one to discard the public opinion. And like I said, we actually have 38% of people saying no. That's significant. If it was just 20%, I would have said fine. You know, earlier it was close to 30. I'm like, okay, that's all right. That's fine. But close to 40, we're getting into dangerous territory. All right? Because I can bet you that even some of the people that said yes won't actually buy. The number of no's in terms of stuff like this is always higher. I haven't farmed anything too significant just yet. I mean, I will, but right now I'm just, right now I need some other stuff, then I'm going back farming. I did find a couple of good reactors, you know, nothing to write home about, but a couple of decent ones that I'm going to put in the storage box, because you never know when you'll use them. Well, I have no doubt that they will, but people are not patient, and quite frankly, this is the same problem that a lot of other games run into. You know, that's the issue, Sir Glizzes. For us as content creators, we do this for a living. Like, well, those of us that are full-time anyway. Like, for me, I'm very lucky that you guys have supported me enough that I'm currently #1. Again, I don't like to brag about my position, nor will I ever, you know, talk rankings or constantly talk, you know, compare myself to others, because I never do that. But I did notice the other day that I hit #1, and several people had congratulated me on hitting #1. I was like, okay, cool. You know, I mean, for me, it's just, look, it just means I'm going to work harder to keep that spot. But realistically, the fact that I'm #1 when I'm not even that well known is a problem, because it means that there aren't enough creators out there. When there are less creators working on the game, there's less attention, which means less people play. Because look, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Not everybody's gonna like my style. Not everybody's gonna like the way that I do things. People don't like how strict I am in chat. People don't like this and that, blah, 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 and, you know, that kind of thing. But this is why having a variety of content creators is important. And when the creators cannot make a significant amount of money, they will not do it. Thanks, Dave. But yes, at the end of the day, the key thing is everybody needs to understand that this is, you know, the kind of thing where people have to keep showing their support. People have to be invested. And otherwise, if they're not, what happens is that the people that they like watching, the people that they like seeing, are all going to disappear. And it is a tough industry. Thanks. For me, this is, I mean, some people expect me to celebrate more. I don't, because there's no reason for me to do so. Like, I'm happy about it, but I know that everything in life is just temporary. So, at some point, somebody will surpass me. You know, I will, of course, keep working hard, but I rarely celebrate things like that, because it's nice. But as somebody very experienced in this industry, I always tell people, you know, easy come, easy go. Today I'm #1, tomorrow I might not be. You never know. Very nice, Kakashi. I will be sure to murder you for having that.
Codes that are too easy.
How dare you get so lucky? Pretty much, Tariq. Exactly. If there are less people involved in making content for a game, then quite frankly, look, my YouTube algorithm is not going to reach every single viewer. That's reality. You know? In the grand scheme of things, I am roughly a small timer. In the grand scheme of things. This means that if there aren't a variety of people to do the content for games like this struggle. Because like I said, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. And some people are gonna feel like, oh, I'm not gonna watch that robot guy. You know, if my favorite dude is not gonna do it, then I'm not gonna bother, you know? Kinda like that. Now, I wish I had those kinds of super diehard fans who'd follow me no matter what I did, because that'd be really awesome, but I know I'm under no illusions. Maybe someday I'll have those. Like, right now I've got a few that I can 100% count on, but also I'm not going to be unrealistic with myself. If I had to shift games tomorrow to something new, I can tell you everybody's face would be different, except for a few constants like maybe CG and Haza, Foxy, a couple of those, you know, like that. No, I do not anymore. I feel that the creators for Diablo are fully established. They know what they're doing, and I'm not going to try and break into that field. A little bit of a waste of time. Also, ARPGs are not popular for viewership at all. It's pretty hard to get viewership going. Even when my videos were doing well, everybody just seems to watch the biggest guys, so I was like, ugh, no thanks, I'll stay away from that. I am genuine and I do care about content because for me, this is my living. This is my life. This is what I live for. I'm very passionate about it, but I'm also very honest about it. Where's that thing? Oh. Did I miss it? Yeah, there it is.
The Magisters have set codes that are too easy.
Besides, I have to also be frank, I hate Diablo because of Blizzard skin prices. And I know I will buy skins here and not Diablo. People are like, why one and not the other? Well, number one, TFD pays. Number two, I actually get to see my character, whereas on Diablo, it's a tiny little thing I get to see in the wardrobe. So, yeah, I was pretty disappointed overall with Diablo. And I tried going back, but just wasn't for me anymore. Now we just have to murder Kakashi. Anybody who's lucky enough to get a god roll will have their entire family eaten in front of them. And then they too will be eaten. They will be sacrificed to the dark gods for daring to have more luck than me. And of course, we all know that that is a cardinal sin. Having more luck than me, disallowed. Anyone luckier than me, executed straight away. Anyone unluckier than me, also executed straight away. In fact, everybody just gets executed straight away. That is the right way to live my life.
That's an intriguing code, but still a piece of cake.
I see, Raphael. Hope you enjoy your time on this game. De Paula? There might be, but right now I am not focusing on it. Maybe in future when I've got more catalysts. Because I'll be real with you, I'm saving all my catalysts for Ultimate Freyna, and I also want to raise up my Enzo when I have time. Okay, that should be good for a couple of days. I'm gonna go reactor farming. Combined module drops? What do you mean? You mean the modules for combining? Just go farm them. Or if you're talking about best way to get certain modules by combining, it's all luck and chance. The only thing I can advise you if you're looking for shot focus, 4 Cerulean Descendant mods gives you the highest chance, but other than that, don't think about it too much. No problem, De Paula. Oh, Contagion? There's no formula for that. Just throw mods together and have fun. And if you're trying to look for Contagion, Contagion's one of the most common ones. Just go to Dead Bride. Dead Bride is super easy. Like, if you're telling me that you can't farm Dead Bride, then, you should be able to get 10-second kills on Dead Bride. Well, assuming you have Haley. If you don't have Haley and you don't have her maxed out, don't be worrying about Transcendent mods. Go get yourself a maxed out Haley first. You can murder Dead Bride in 10 seconds and you're good to go. I mean, everybody has Contagion. Like, in fact, everybody should have all the mods that you can farm from the bosses because they are super easy to drop. They drop like water. They really do. Like, every few runs, you just see a red mod there. So, if you're taking too much time to kill the bosses, focus on your endgame builds first. Then worry about the Transcendence. Okay. Let me go log into the event website. You can also use Lepic, but I mean, obviously Haley's better. You can try what Sunglare says. I mean, I'll be real with you. I have literally never done that. All I do is I just go, whoom. Random. Let's go. No Haley? Then you are weak, Dave. It's time for you to bring out the credit card and buy Haley straight away. Okay, this is the best advice I can give you. But honestly, don't worry about it. Take it slow. Like I said, focus on getting Haley first. Because she's fairly easy to get. If you don't have your ultimate bunny, get your ultimate bunny, then you can just farm the infiltrations for Haley. I have a video talking about Haley's drop rates, which also tells you the best place to get her stuff outside of invasions. Fun fact, you can also do invasions every day if you have my ultimate bunny build. So, that's what you need to focus on first. If you do not focus on that, you are going to have a rough time. So please make sure that you are focused on that 100%. Okay, I just need to do some 2 infiltration runs to get my point for today. So I'm gonna do that. You're bad at sniping? Then just get good, bro. What you need to do is you need to imagine I am as good as RealAsianRobot. I can feel it. I'm manifesting it. Then once you manifest it, you'll just be good at sniping. All right, you'll just wake up one morning and, oh my god, I can snipe everything. Doing the same thing every day is lame? Okay, Josh, here's a thumb for you. Then in that case, don't do the same thing every day. The fact that Miloud asked that question means that Miloud did not watch my video say, talking about what we're getting on the 10th. You must watch the video, Miloud. Make sure you watch the video that I posted about everything that we are getting on the 10th. If you did not, why not? Because you didn't farm Ultimate Bunny. You must go farm Ultimate Bunny. Alright? For anyone that doesn't know what's coming on the 10th, here is my video on it. I'm linking it in chat. Make sure to go. Lol, Tariq. Listen, I told you guys, you just gotta start manifesting, okay? You gotta, every day, you gotta tell yourself, I am as good at this game as Robot. I am as good at this game as Robot, right? You gotta study how I snipe bosses and follow the same technique. Breathe and live the way of the Robot. And then one day, you will wake up and you will be a YouTuber with close to 50,000 subscribers. Of course it is. 250% is easy. It was never meant to be challenging or difficult. As long as you got a robot build, nothing is challenging or difficult. That's the whole point of the game, and that's the whole point of builds. Do it, Foxy, do it. I love how this Haley is just like desperately trying to run past everything. Like, bruh. Bruh, I know you level 4. But you such a weak bee. We will be, Kakashi. If your RNG sucks, then just tell your RNG not to suck, bro. See you later, adventure. Why are these people waiting for me? What the hell is wrong with them? That was creepy. Like I said, not that I care, but that was creepy as heck. Weirdos. Remember, guys, waiting for somebody at the door is just weird and creepy behavior. Don't do that. Alright, don't be a weirdo. Just run straight through the door and kill the boss instantaneously. If you do not do this, then you are a filthy weirdo. Don't be filthy, and don't be a weirdo. Be a clean weirdo.
Mission complete. Thank you.
Okay, one more time. Let's go. Semper, what do you mean months? Game's only been out for roughly 3 months, man. Welcome back, CG. You wait for others, Foxy? You? No. Okay, listen, guys. The first step to becoming as pro as Robot. Never wait for anybody. If anybody's too slow, screw them. Alright? If you can't do everything by yourself, there's no point in doing it at all. Alright? No. Waiting for people, alright, is what, well, if you were a high schooler in Korea, they'd call you a bread shuttle. You'd be a pushover. Okay? Don't be a pushover. You must learn to be the bully. You must learn to be the ill-jin. Okay? Oh, I'm just a badass like that, Hyrup. I'll still clear it for them, but I will never wait for anybody. Nah, screw them. I'm just here to clear this all for them. Because I'm a legend. I just wouldn't wait for anybody. Exactly. Never be nice to anybody. If you are mean to everybody 24/7, people will like you. This is a proven fact. I mean, look at this. You all like me, and I'm mean to everybody 24/7. I literally murder you guys if I could. Now, it's against the law, and of course, encouraging murder is bad. Remember, says if you actually murder somebody, you will go to jail. That's bad. It's a crime. Don't do that. But basically, you know, yeah, the meaner you are to people, the more attention you get. It's awesome. This is the true way of living life, right? 100% Shadow. If I did not have this mentality, I don't think I'd be doing this job. That is true, Haza. Nobody actually said they liked me. You're right. You right when you right. You see, that's the problem. You feel like you're too nice, you know? You should never feel like you're too nice. If you feel like you're too nice, it means you're too nice. How dare you be nice to anybody? Being nice is not what I taught you guys, okay? I taught you guys worse manners than that. When you look at somebody, the first thing you should think is, man, I hate this person. I should kill this person. All right? If you're not thinking that way, it means you're too nice. All right? As soon as you see somebody, you know, smiling at you, you need to learn how to like change your facial muscles, and like you got to do the super scowl. You like, you know, like that. If murder knows super chat, well, that is true, but still. Okay, I'm gonna give you the face. Okay, you gotta learn how to do the gremlin face. Once you can do the gremlin face, you're 50% of the way there. All right, the face is everything. Somebody is like nice to you, you know, somebody gives you, you know, has a good day, or says he smiles at you, you know, and say, have a nice day, so you give him the gremlin face. I have no idea what that means, but you know what? Your insult is only a compliment to me, because I'm just the craziest person ever. Okay, now that I'm done with that shenanigans, let's go farm reactors. Let's check in with our poll, all right? All jokes aside, let's see how things are doing. Okay, so the numbers have shifted slightly. We've got about 162 votes, with 19% saying that they're buying straight away, which is pretty cool. So about 20% of the poll, that's about 31-ish people, are going to be buying straight away, which is really encouraging and pretty nice to hear. 43% are saying that they'll wait and see, which if we look at 43%, now this is about 70 people. Wait and see is quite dangerous, especially for companies like this, because about half of them usually will switch from a yes to a no, especially if they like have minor disappointments with skins, things like that. And a whopping 38% are actually in the no category, which is a lot. This is a lot more than expected. There's actually about 62 people who have voted in the polls have said they are in the no category. I would say that things are not looking good. I did not quite expect this result. You don't like me, Raphael? Listen, you don't like me, then that's fine, but you still here giving me revenue. So, I mean, hey, go with whatever you want. At the end of the day, think about it this way. People can like me or dislike me, but you still here watching my streams. Because why? I'm the greatest being on the planet. And you know it. And even the people that I scold day in and day out, and they still come back every day. Why? Because I'm beautiful, baby. When you're the best, you know you're the best. No, I did not go with that executor. They're on the executor. No way, man. Every stat, the only stat you need is damage, Kakashi. All right, everything related to damage. If you don't put the only attribute that I care about changing, Kakashi, is the enemy's HP attribute. I care about changing that HP to 0. So literally, I put nothing but damage on everything. Don't waste time with attribute, status, trigger effect, all that rubbish. No. The only attribute you need, DPS. Reactor hoarding group. Actually, you know what? I'm so desperate for a gold roll. That reminds me, I better change my filter right now. I'm so jealous of his roll for tech that I'm gonna go with like, okay, you know what? If I get a gold roll for tech, I'll take it. Best defense is best offense. No. There's no such thing as defense. Well, see, that's where you're wrong, CG. It's the wrong mentality. There's no such thing as defense. Defense is for nerds, okay? If somebody gonna start swinging at me and I'm gonna start blocking, okay, you know what that makes me? That makes me a loser, all right? What you do is if the enemy starts swinging, you start swinging back. There is no such thing as defense. There's only who gets knocked out first. Okay, this is how you do it. Sure, see you later, Chato. They have already VFX. Did you not watch the new trailer? Go to the First Descendant official YouTube channel. Trailer is there. You can also check on Twitter to see Freyna's new skin, and her ultimate skin, and it is hot. It is hot. Listen, CG, okay? I have to entertain you. You're like one of the few people that actually tips me and keeps me in business. So without you, I'm kind of dead. So yeah, of course I'm gonna entertain you. I'm gonna entertain all my people that keep me alive. Any budget build for Ajax? My best budget build for Ajax flow bits is don't build Ajax. Build a real Descendant. I digress. Ajax is a fantastic Descendant, but I have not worked on him at all, and I cannot give you advice that I do not have. So I apologize for that. You will be flying blind, but you can at least get the basic mods on him. Like make sure you've got HP, defense, some range maybe, non-attribute specialist would probably be good. Something like that. The basics, you know, the basics. All right, let's go. Time to farm reactors and cry. Who's ready to see a grown man weep? Because you are about to see that shenanigans right now. All good, flow bits. I wish I had time to work on everybody, but I really don't. Catalysts are a big bottleneck for me. Unfortunately, no matter how much I try, catalysts are pain. They are painful. God, I hate this cold weather. But the more that I stream and the more I entertain you guys, I have to still take off my hoodie at the end of the day. It's so silly. Australian weather. One day I will make a climate change machine to just change you to Singapore weather. And then I will live here in Australia and enjoy Singapore weather. But I didn't take no energy activators. Look, I'm gonna be real with you. The only thing I care is about taking the dollars out of you guys' wallets. You know, like I said, someday I'm gonna have to work hard to get some super chats or donations or something, because I'm getting broke right now, you know? I mean, considering the dip in players, damn, I'm gonna go broke soon. So, nah. I don't care about stealing energy activated BPs or crystallization catalysts. I'm swimming in those. No. All I want to steal is what's in your wallet, okay? I gotta sneak my little grubby little fingers in there, and I'm gonna grab them. I'm gonna grab them all, every single bit of it. I will leave you enough to pay rent, but the rest, pinching it.
New super chat received.
Yay, new super chat. Hold on, I can't even see it because I got an ad on YouTube. Can you believe I get an ad on my own mobile phone? Thank you, DJ Sammy. Appreciate the euros. Thank you very much. I'm glad you guys have bodies that can withstand the weather. I tell you, as soon as I can replace my entire body with metal, all right, I am not going back. I am not going back to this human shell. All right, no. Flesh is weak. Look at my lungs dying constantly. Like, nah. As soon as I get the chance, guys, I tell you, I'm replacing my entire body with metal, all right? So I can be a super elite robot, and then I'm gonna stream, instead of just like 7 hours a day, I'm gonna stream like 10 hours a day and make 2 videos per day for you guys. I'm gonna work even harder once I get a machine body. It's okay, you can keep the gift cards. I'ma just pinch the cold hard cash when I can. But thank you so much, DJ Sammy. It is very much appreciated. Just know that I genuinely appreciate those that do donate and support the stream and keep us alive, especially during these trying times. Believe me, I understand. Everybody's wallet is empty. But you dropped on an electric guitar instead of dropping on me? Hashtag sad, bro. Go make some money with that electric guitar, okay? I want you to play some songs in the street. And you got a little old guitar case there. All right, when the people toss you the money, just remember, save $3 from me, okay? Every time you go out and play that electric guitar and get some money on the street, okay, just save $3 for me, all right? You just put it in the bank, you send it to me via PayPal, and I'll be grateful to you, Renee. I'm counting on your music career, man. All right, wishing you the best of luck. All right, I hope some rich guy just hears your, you know, Carlos Santana level guitar playing, and they're like, I must immediately throw some spare change at this guy. Lol, CG. I'm glad, man. I'm glad. And I know you will be spending, which is good. But dear sweet lord. I saw those outfits. I'm like, I'm gonna want all of them. And I've got no money to buy all of them. And I'll tell you why. Because last month, my viewership on this was like close to 200. This month, it's like close to half of that. I'm like, I hope the players come back on the next one. But right now, I'm telling you, not looking so good. I do hope that they learn that they're going to make more sales if they keep players coming back. Players are not coming back because they feel like this game is a cash grab, which it isn't. But players do feel like that. And that is the whole reason of this poll today. I wanted to see the audience reactions, and it's pretty obvious today. 40% of people are not buying. That's a huge share of their player base and their audience that they're not capturing. Dangerous, ladies and gents. That's what we call it. Dangerous. Thanks, Tommy. I will be counting on y'all. All right? I will be counting on y'all. I too am ready. But I hope to God that they do something about this shenanigans, because they really need to step it up. I mean, I do too. I'm stepping it up myself. You know, I started working a lot on TikTok, YouTube Shorts, all that kind of stuff. You guys might notice a bit more of that from me. Yeah, I'm going, well, as many would say, balls to the walls. Because I tell you, last month was one of the hottest months ever. I was so happy. Then I looked at this month's statement. I'm like, not looking good. Oh, listen. Nexon is messing with their own money if they don't get their shit together. So they better start soon. But you know what? At the end of the day, it is their choices. And I feel that the devs themselves are trying their best. I can't say anything mean about them, because quite frankly, these are some of the most hardworking devs I've ever seen. And they're as hardworking as me. And I know how difficult that can be. Every day I'm tired and I'm thinking to myself, damn, I gotta do better. I'll tell you, I wish it was summer here and the weather was warmer, because, you know, push comes to shove, I'm a stream shirtless again, you know? I'm gonna show off my muscles. And I know that's gonna get me the donations. It worked last time, okay? It worked last time. You know, I'm getting to that point. Getting to that point, I'm gonna have to start showing y'all how I work out. But anyway, all jokes aside, this is just a part of life, you know? This is just how it goes. But I do hope that, you know, for their own sake, Nexon gets it together, because they really do have to think about, you know, how people are receiving their updates and things like that. And realistically speaking, right now, it's not looking as good as they hoped. I'm not saying it's not looking good. Don't mince words. But it's not looking as good as they hoped. You know, I think they expected way better reactions from all this, but it's just not as hot because, I don't know, I feel like a lot of the momentum cooled off about Ultimate Freyna from the start of the season, you know? of course, everybody who's still here is like super hyped. I'm still super hyped. But a lot of the original momentum that we had kind of cooled off a bit. So that's not really very good. But we shall see. We shall see. Oh, listen, you know. Everybody quits, but it's okay. They'll come back. They'll be back. And listen, you know, everybody always has this cycle with video games. I'm not too worried about that. Well, listen, I hope that the money will increase, CG, but I'm gonna take it with a pinch of salt. I'm just gonna relax, you know. And listen, Silent Def, I want to know too. I want to know too. Oh, nothing much has happened, D-Russ. We're just having a good time in chat today. I'm doing a poll today on who's going to be spending for the Halloween skins. So far, roughly about 62% of the population is going to be spending, but about 37 to 38% are not going to be spending, which is more shocking than I anticipated. I anticipated about 25 to 30%, certainly not 37. That's actually getting into worrying territory, because if 40% of the people are not hyped for Halloween skins are the biggest moneymaker here. If they're not hyped, then everybody's gonna start getting worried, you know? So, I'm a little concerned. Kuroneko, is it dead? Yes. I still play with friends though. I'm currently playing it in the morning streams until the 10th. So you should check out some of that. I might do some videos on it. In fact, I have a video coming later, just for fun. But I'll just gauge reactions. If people don't really tune into the videos, then I'll say, meh. I won't really stream it very much. But I wouldn't say it's dead. It still has like 12,000 players. That's not dead. But usually that particular game studio, I stopped being a partner for them, but that particular game studio has difficulty keeping momentum. In fact, the only person that I even liked at that entire game studio is the community manager, because Catfish was a really nice person. I think she's awesome. But other than that, I didn't like anybody else. Hey, Fisher. How's it going? That being said, Kuroneko, I hope that answers your question. But also, I'll be focusing my discussions on TFD, again, as a TFD content creator. So, hope you don't mind that. All right? You got Dark Tide questions to ask? Come tomorrow morning. Then you'll see me murdering some heretics. Okay, let's go back to reactor farming, because I am despo right now. I want what I want. And I don't know why I don't have what I want. I am more or less having a good night for sure. Just, you know, the usual, because of the weather. You know, it should be spring. It should be warmer. I should be in my nice Hawaiian shirt, which arrived recently. I should be in my nice Hawaiian shirt, but no, weather is cold. I don't understand that. No problem, Kuroneko. Anyway, in the meantime, I'll just have to entertain you all. Because of the invasion, I just haven't done it yet. I'm too lazy to do the invasions. I'm gonna farm reactors. Oh, yep. Unfortunately, Fisher, unfortunately. But c'est la vie. What can I do, right? Just have to enjoy what I enjoy. Now, come here, random enemies. Give me a good reactor. Gold reactor, come my way. Gold reactor, come my way. Purpley diddly doo. No time to waste. Off we go again. Let's keep going until I get a reactor I want. make the suggestion. If you suggest it to the devs, they might just implement it, my friend. I'm sure it'll benefit many people, like me. I just honestly wish that restarting was faster, but it is what it is. I'm praying for a good reactor. Every few runs, I'm gonna check in with the polls as well, and we will see how we're going. Okay, this is a good time to check. Okay, neither of these are useful to me, so we don't want them. Unfortunately, they are gold reactors, but they're not the type we want. So, oof. His world, you bought Caliber yesterday but didn't receive it in game. Once you buy Caliber, it goes into this inbox here. This is where you get your Caliber. If it's not in there, then unfortunately there's nothing you can do. Email support. That's all that I can do. Mr. Lars, I don't see your question in chat, so I don't know what question you asked. I certainly don't see it anywhere. So, if you're gonna come up with a comment like he straight up ignored my question, first you have to put a question in chat. I don't see one. And I would suggest being extremely respectful to your streamers. Don't be walking on thin ice now, pal. Hey, Pepe. I don't disagree with you. I do feel the prices are a bit high, and I wish that they were lower. The lower threshold actually means more sales. So, I do agree with you. I don't disagree with you. I think that if this was the hottest game of the century, they could charge the prices they do charge, but right now it's not looking feasible. So, yeah, you're right. Ah, of course, a troll. There you go, there you go. If you're gonna be racist in my chat, then goodbye, good sir. And if you think that's gonna affect me, no, it's not. You can keep trying, though. I hope you find something better to do with your life. It must be very miserable being you. But I wish you good luck, sir. Alright, certainly you must need it. I do pity your parents, though. It must be very upsetting being them. Thanks, Mom. See, I love my parents and they raised me correctly, with manners. Now, where were we? Right. So, the skin prices, I do feel, are way higher than they should be. But I can also understand why. They made a free-to-play game, so most of what they're going to recoup is on the skin sales. But with their player base, and look, it will fluctuate. Alright? This season, unfortunately, is not a strong one for them. I feel that, yeah, they are not really making the best of what they can do. They've also made bad moves, like, for example, locking the spawns to certain descendants only. Like, that makes no sense. If I'm buying a spawn in a bundle, I'm using it across the board. And I want to use it across the board. If I cannot use it across the board, then something is wrong with that spawn. You know? Like, I would not mind buying the Glay bundle for that blood spawn if I could use it across the board. I do feel it is a problem, for sure. Why am I so obnoxious, Titan Sergeant? Because I'm the greatest being on the planet, buddy. And if you don't feel that way, then why are you watching me? Welcome, welcome. Come bask in my presence. Free all spawns, Foxy. I agree with that. I agree with that. Have fun, Kakashi. You know, that's actually a great idea, Fisher. Oh, you bought it through PSN. I have no idea I don't have any idea for that, you know? Whew. Did you buy it through the PlayStation Store? Because I have heard of a lot of people having trouble with that. Make sure you use the in-game shop and not the PlayStation Store. Because last time somebody had a problem with that, I remember that PlayStation said, oh, well, the problem is on TFD side, and TFD said the problem is on PlayStation side. Never buy anything through PlayStation. Yeah, Sony's done this before. So if you did not buy it from the in-game menu, remember guys, this is across the board. Only buy Caliber from in-game shop. Okay, you must go to this Caliber section. Do not buy from Microsoft Store or the PlayStation Store or even from Steam. Go to the in-game and buy it there. That way there's no problems that can occur. Okay, I don't know if they fixed that Sony problem, but the issue is on PSN side. So you might have to contact both supports and start showing them each other's emails and saying who's going to take responsibility for this. Show them your credit card charge. Make sure you have all the evidence to back you up. That's the best that I can do for you, pal. Sorry. Are there new skins coming? Glock Tony. Did you not know what's coming on the October 10th update? Make sure you know what's coming. If you don't know yet, everybody beat up Glock. There's a lot of things I hope for Ziggy Owl. That's one of those things. You don't use a creator code when buying, Sir Glizzes. All you have to do is register me as your creator. That's it. You don't have to use a creator code. Although, thank you for trying to say that. I appreciate it. But yeah, just register me as your creator and any purchases you make will be fine. However, you can buy Caliber directly in-game. Go to the shop, go to the Caliber menu and buy it there. That will resolve all issues. You will still route you through Steam, FYI. But it is much safer if you do it through the in-game menu, okay? Don't do it from a Steam page, don't do it from Microsoft page, don't do it from PSN page. And also, Glock Tony, we have a clean stream policy, all right? Anything that's even remotely lewd, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to remove that message, so I have to put you in the naughty box for 60 seconds, okay? Please take note that my partner contract, clean stream. That says there, run a clean stream. So if you're hoping for lewd stuff, or you want to discuss lewd stuff, my stream is not the place, okay? Don't make me put you guys in the naughty box. When you are here, you can appreciate the skins, whatever. Keep your comments PG, all right? And please ensure you follow the clean stream policy. If you're here and you're not a Buddhist monk, then you got a problem. And you only just registered me, Ziggy. Bro, you've been watching me for ages. What do you mean you just registered me? Brother, how could you only just register me? What made you take so long to make that decision? Was I simply not entertaining enough for you? I'm brokenhearted, bro. Here I thought I was doing a good job. There are no juice boxes in the naughty box, for sure. I've just been disrespected so hard. I don't know how to feel about this. I'm wounded on the inside. Enzo does better with Enduring Legacy, but Glay has way more options. So I'll be real with you. Both are okay, But Enzo can work with Haley. Glade doesn't really add anything to the table. So if you're really deciding, I would pick an Enzo, because there's almost always going to be a Haley. You had to be sure. You dare think that there's anybody other than me? Shame me, brother. Well, at least you finally made your decision. I guess I can take you off the I'm gonna murder this person list. For now, Glock Tony, for now. Well, Devin, that's literally how RNG goes. And look, if players are leaving over that, then that's a them problem. That is something that, look, that is something I will stand by. Because RNG has been RNG in every single game in history. Is it perfect? No. But if players are leaving over that, then this is the wrong genre for them in the first place. Because quite frankly, drop rates were way worse in Warframe. Drop rates are even worse in freaking Destiny 2. I mean, do you know how many runs of a raid you have to do to get 1,000 voices? So, I cannot support the argument that this RNG is why people have left the game. If people are upset about RNG, that's a them problem. And it's either way, they're going to be back. Or if they're not coming back, then it's because this game is simply not their genre game. Yeah, but I feel that that's simply because people have burned themselves out farming. What the ranking of this game is, the number of players, all completely irrelevant. Because pretty much just like, again, I hate naming other games, but just like Diablo 4, one good season will turn it around completely. I'm not worried. Games like this last forever. Same as Destiny, same as Warframe. And what they need to do is find their core audience that enjoys looter shooters. Many people simply don't. It took me over 100 Amorphous to get one. The rest of them I got within the next 40. You know, but that's how RNG will treat you sometimes. You can't be like that, you know? If you're just not ready for it, nothing you can do. Not yet, other Devin. Maybe in future. I'm not really working on anything right now because this week is all about reactor farming. Same thing, Sean. That's RNG for you. Start sacrificing to RNGesus and maybe he will give you what you want. Well, aren't you lucky, Mr. Korean dude? You better look both ways before crossing the street because it sounds like you used up a lifetime's worth of luck doing that. But I've also had my own fair share of luck, I suppose. Borderlands is not live service, though. There are no stupid questions. RNG stands for random number generator. A random number generator is how loot drops in all games, in all types of games like this. That's how it's calculated. Have you seen my video on how drops work? Because if you don't know how drops work, you might want to watch that video. Basically, it's a roll of dice, right? Let's say the probability is 25%. They roll a 4-sided dice. On a 1, you get the item. On a 2, 3, or 4, you don't get the item. Simple, right? That's a simple example. So, you just have to keep rolling the dice until you hit a 1. And, quite frankly, because every number has an equal probability of popping up, 25%, right? You could roll 2s forever. Now, it might be improbable, highly unlikely that you're going to have that happen. But somebody could hit an unlucky streak and just roll 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, and never get the item they want. That's how RNG is. And that's how loot drops work in all video games. all video games that use an RNG system, which is pretty much all of them, unless they have certain drops that are guaranteed. So yeah. Well, true, there are stupid questions, but my job is to answer all of them. Nah. Korean guy is now evil because he was lucky enough to get everything. So therefore, we must put your entire family to death. I'm sorry, man. I don't make the rules, you know? I don't make the rules, but when you're lucky and you have more luck than me, I have to murder your whole family, okay? That's just how it is here. You know? Take your time, Sean. You will get it eventually. But you want my advice? Never farm a mod. The first thing you do when you get into hard mode, go get yourself Ultimate Bunny. And also, go get yourself mid-air maneuvering.
Subscriber detected.
Mid-air maneuvering is much more important. There's this nice place to get it. Alright, you see this here? There's a fragment in the sterile land. Hard mode fragment. If you do this fragment continuously, there's a 5% chance of getting mid-air maneuvering here. This is what you want. Don't worry about long distance maneuvering. Mid-air maneuvering is all you will need. Best boss killer? Haley. Simple. Nice job, Jonathan. Well done. No, there's no limit, Zay. You can get them an unlimited number of times. No problem, Sean. Well, Glock Tony, that's how a lot of people think, but that's actually not how RNG works. That's just a probability. And that's actually the trap that most people fall into. When... excuse me. When people hear, oh, 20% drop rate, that means I have to do 5 runs, and the chances are I'll get 1 out of those 5 runs, right? Wrong. Wrong. That's why I always use the dice example. You go ahead. You can do this experiment, right? Roll a 6-sided dice. Let's say on a roll of 1, you get the item. On a roll of any other number, you don't get the item. Roll the dice and see how many times. Probability will tell you that because every side of the dice is fair, assuming a non-loaded dice, then you should get the item once every 6 runs, right? It won't work that way. You could roll 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, or 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Or you could just never roll a 1. You know? That is RNG. And that is why a lot of people get so confused. They say, I've run this thing so many times, it's a 20% drop rate, surely I should have the item by now. I said, no. Because it's a roll of the dice. It's all, the probability percentage is only telling you the chances of your dice roll. I'm just farming reactors, man. If you're new, then don't worry about what I'm doing. Focus on getting through normal modes, study my videos first. That is actually what will help you most. Here's my entire playlist, alright, of videos. If you study that, you'll become a total pro. What I'm doing now, don't even worry about it. Exactly, Glock. Exactly. You basically have a 2% chance every time you do it, which means you're rolling a dice. You know, think about it. That's why a 1% chance means that you're rolling a 100-sided die every single time. And unless you get that lucky number, you ain't hitting it. Hey, Doc. Can I do a backflip? Not for you. Also, we have a clean stream policy here, so I'm just gonna call you Jack. If you insist on keeping that name on YouTube. Exactly. It's never cumulative. People always talk about cumulative probabilities. But there's no such thing as that here. It's literally a single roll every single time. There's no cumulative probability here. So you can only use cumulative probabilities as a guide. Yes, it does, Ziggy. Yes, it does. Okay, everybody. Straight up, make fun of HTT right now because they're a newbie. How dare you be new? Imagine downloading a game and not instantly having all knowledge. Alright. Anyway, to answer your question, if you go to the external components here and you look up the Slayer set, right? These external components all come with standard base rolls. So if you're looking on the Slayer sensor or memory, you're only ever going to get shield. So this is why it's important to understand that sets in this game, look up your sets. Sets come with set rolls. Okay? So that answers your question. Any other thing you need to look up, just look up here. You can see the set rolls for any set. Just type in Slayer, Annihilation, Sonic, whatever. You know? Easy. Okay? There you go. Now let's see if I got any god rolls. Come on, high roller, high roller. Nope. Fail. Alright, more runs. Nothing I can do. Of course I am. What do you think I'm doing? No problem, Jack. I aim to have the best channel for the people. That is what I will always do. Reyna, obviously. I have a decent purple one for mobbing, but I want one for bossing. I just can't seem to get one for bossing. Oh, here I go again. Welcome to spending. Lock. You gotta be dead sure before you buy. Now, let's check in with the polls for a bit. I don't know what the roll chances are going to be, so I'm going to wait and see. I've got no predictions on Freyna, and even if I did know, I wouldn't be able to tell you guys. Okay. Now, poll. We've had 225 votes so far, which is really good. Out of all of these, 61% are buying and 39% are not buying. Definitely in the worrying territory. That's about 88 people out of the 225 who are not buying. Not good. I do hope that they will take this as an indication that they need to step up their game, because so many people are just not spending right now. Devin Spencer, I never have a list like that, and there's a good reason why. Because if I have a top 5 list, you know what's going to happen? People are like going to say, oh, this robot's top 5 list. They're not going to try anything else. What if a different weapon suits them? What if a different weapon is better for them, but maybe not for me? You see? I don't like to limit people's choices, and people tend to over-rely on what people say. So I never have top 5 lists. That's why you don't see tier lists on my channel. Do I have any favorite weapons? I don't even have favorite weapons. Because I like all weapons. And eventually I want to build all weapons. I'm just not working on anything new right now. I'm going to get my scarf. Too hot for the hoodie, but just nice for my scarf. I think it's a bad system, Jack, but it's one that we've all been suckered into already.
Get out of the way!
It's why I think that sales are going to be pretty important. They need to start doing sales. Absolutely fine. Oh, excuse me. I'm completely okay with that, Jagger. I just hope that everybody registers me as their content creator before buying in. I'd be very grateful if you guys do. If anyone's taking a role system from something else, it's because they are unaware of how things work. So yeah, I've never played. I don't play mobile games for the most part. So other than Raid Shadow Legends, which is a fantastic game, I need to get back into it at some point again. But I don't play mobile games for the most part, and I can certainly say that they're relying on a mobile gacha game for knowledge on how roles work. Then, by the gods, I fear for their math capabilities. Brian, do you... Okay, look, I have to say that that question is actually silly. But why is it silly? Not because it's a bad question. I get what people are trying to ask me. You want information on what you should build up if you want to take on Gluttony, right? But here's the thing. Gluttony was designed that you would need a team effort. So, you're gonna need two characters. Valby, Haley.
Out of my way!
Well, if it was just Jager, I would say Jaeger, but I would just say Jagger because, I mean, it seems like you intended to spell it like dagger, so. Trading? No. They may not add trading because of RMT concerns. That's real money trading, obviously. And it's a big concern for games like this, so I don't think that'll happen. Not for now, anyway. Blade and Enzo can also fight Gluttony. But you want best DPS, that's Haley, and Valby's for her mechanics. So, and just do take note that all the tougher bosses are also going to require a team effort. It's not about figuring out which one Descendant will beat that boss. Not going to happen anymore. Every future boss released from now on is all going to be about what team composition are you going to need, and how many necessary Descendants you're going to need to have. What weapon do I recommend for Gluttony? A weapon's not going to get you through Gluttony. You want to beat Gluttony, you're going to need a gun build. Gun builds have few weapons, but pretty much any weapon can work with a gun build. That being said, I would highly recommend Greg's Reverse Fate and Enduring Legacy. These two are pretty strong. But do not think that just one weapon will get you through it. Because I've seen so many people bank on one weapon, run out of ammo, and then start screaming because they can't do anything. Also, they don't bring gun builds. Remember, you're going to need a fully built weapon, and you are going to need a fully built Descendant. Greg's Reverse Fate is not OP at all. It may feel that way, but realistically, it doesn't do that much damage, to be honest. Like, gun builds still cannot compete with skill builds for several of the Colossi in the early stages. And that's why skill builds are what is used to get those like 9-second kills, 5-second kills. Because the gun builds just cannot compete. Guns just don't do enough damage. For now. This may change in future with the introduction of other mods. So I hardly say anything is OP in this game. If Greg's was OP, it would have double the magazine size and double the trigger rate. But no. I feel like Greg's is just okay, in my opinion. I want a real OP weapon. Executor is very good now? Huh. Spoken like somebody that has not truly experienced it at all. And I'll tell you why, Kakashi. If you probably missed the stream, but I tested and showcased the problems of Executor across the board. Even when you fully build it up, Executor cannot compete with other guns in certain ways because a lot of the enemies have very small weak points, or they move around a lot and they do not stay in close proximity to you. The Executor is good against Devourer and decent against Gluttony for sure, but they have very massive weak points. Their weak points are large. You couldn't miss them even if you tried. But against a lot of other people, Dead Bride, all that, their weak points are small. You're gonna miss a lot of shots, and that's the big problem. And also, yes, obviously it's only useful on Glade, but yeah. I remember everybody touting the Executor as a great weapon, and it is in the hands of Glade, but it's not the be-all and end-all. In fact, I still prefer Greg's on Glade because it just does so much more. If that's the context, Kakashi, then fair enough. In that case, then yes. It is obviously better than it was before. I can agree with that. But I don't want people falling into the trap of believing that it is an awesome weapon, you know, that's going to change their whole life. Because it won't. It really won't. It is good against Gluttony, though, in the hands of a good Glade. You can dish out quite a bit of pain. Hello, Hebo. Greg's is definitely a good, like, across the board kind of thing. Sounds good, Haza. I shouldn't need a heater, but my god. Sometimes the weather here in spring seems that way. Fair enough, Zero bullying me, I understand. That is a good thing to do. Is there a good sniper rifle for Haley? Miloud. Okay, listen. I'm gonna give you some homework. You should already know that my Haley build has been released. I'm pretty sure I covered the weapon in there. So rather than asking on stream, would you kindly do me a favor? Especially when I've already done a build video on it. You should study the build videos, my friend. Because all of these questions are answered if you check the videos. Please, my friend, check the videos. I'm not trying to tell you this because I want views or anything. I'm not trying to tell you this because I make less money from people watching my videos than I do from them watching my streams. But you will learn a lot more. SR strictly refers to sniper rifle. So if you want to ask about Scout Rifle, don't use the acronym, just say the full thing. Scout Rifle, wait for the new one. Because I have a feeling that the new one is supposed to be best in slot. Currently, I wouldn't use any of the Scout Rifles in the game. What are my favorite purple guns? None of them. All of them suck. The Tamer is the only decent one, it's only a starter. It's just used to get the ball rolling. Every other purple weapon, suck. I threw them in the bin as soon as I got my ultimates. But yeah, for Scout Rifle, I would say wait until the new one comes out. See if it's worthwhile. Because I haven't seen... We don't know its stats yet, and we don't know what it will actually do. So we'll have to wait and see whether or not it'll be good for Haley. I'm gonna keep an open mind. I'm willing to experiment and think it might be pretty cool. But like I said, I'll wait and see. Hebo, I don't know how long you've watched my channel, so in case you're new, I'll answer this question once. I am the guy that never buys a single Descendant. Okay? I farm everything, and I'm not allowed to buy them anyway. So, if you're here at this channel, please take note that I would never buy a single thing. That's not how we operate here. Alright, the F2P tag in my channel is because I will farm everything first. The only thing I buy is cosmetics. That's it. Nothing else other than that. So anytime, even if there's a new release, there's no need, and it is totally pointless to even ask me, will you buy or will you farm? The answer is always, it will be farmed live on stream on this channel. So please take note of that. If you are new and you did not know this about me, then yes. This is how we do things here.
No chance.
I'll leave that to you, Raphael.
Get out of the way! Why, you little... So slow.
What's a good team comp for Frostwalker? You don't need a team comp, just bring Haley and kill her. Your team comp is Haley, that's it. Haley, and make sure you've got your Piercing Light, Enduring Legacy, all the usual. Appreciate that, Raphael. Support is always well. No, Brian, doesn't work that way. Mastery is only gained the first time, the very first time that you level a weapon from 1 to 40. You gain no additional mastery from putting a catalyst in. So take note of that. Well, that's close to the end, my friend. So enjoy it, Glock. You're all good, Brian. This is why asking questions is important. And of course, you must ask official creators like myself. That way you get proper information. Scouser, I would say it's a safe bet to do so anyway, because Secret Garden's a great gun. But we'll see. I think it might be wise, especially for mobbing Freyna. But another thing that you might want to take account of is if you're doing the mobbing, you you might be trying to level some guns as well, so you won't be able to hold Secret Gardens in your hands. If you're doing the mobbing to help friends, then by all means, but if you're leveling weapon proficiency, you can't hold the gun in your hands, so don't over rely on it. Rather, I would say it's more for bossing, especially if you're going to trigger the effects first before going into your final phase. Well, yes, because the Python has a higher base fire rate. So, I'm not sure if I explained it, I'm pretty sure I did, but the base fire rate of your weapon affects your ultimate weapon. So, if your base fire rate is low, like say you're gonna use a sniper rifle or something, he will fire very slowly. So I hope that answers your question. Oh, will you get more? I thought you said you were getting more. But yeah, basically the fire rate does affect it. However, if you're asking in context of Thunder Cage or Enduring Legacy, Thunder Cage, maybe not, but definitely more than Enduring Legacy, I think. Because the base fire rate does have some effect. However, it depends on whether you're going full glass cannon. if you're going full glass cannon, you might want a impact round weapon. For example, Nazastras or Perforator, whatever works. Why? Because if you use an impact round weapon, a sharp precision shot stacks up faster. And that has a drastic impact for the tail end of your burst. So do be aware of that, okay? I feel that that is one of the things that people miss out on a lot. I would highly, highly recommend that if going full glass cannon, you go for an Azastras or whatever to get the full like 16, 17 shots. If you're not doing that, then you can use a fast weapon like Python, Thunder Cage, whatever works. Oh, I'm just leveling up these two hand cannons. I mean, yeah, hand cannons have faster movement speed, but I happen to be leveling the Perforator. I mean, I may as well, right? No, it's not bad at all, Foxy. I didn't do Bunny's storyline until the end of the season. End of the preseason, I mean. CG, you are weak. You liked Bunny's storyline? Bruh. Bruh. That means you like those dime a dozen stories out there, my friend. I could make you cry with some Aesop's Fables, man. Wow, that is a garbage reactor. And another garbage reactor. Wow, trash. Do I think mastery rank is important? Not at all. Mastery rank is just for inventory space, dude. Pass level 20, it's just inventory space. So, yeah. In my personal opinion, handguns don't even exist. Blah. There are only hand cannons in this game. Handguns? Nah. If I ever catch any of you even touching a handgun, you know, other than to level it to 40 for the mastery, I will personally reach through the computer screen, question you on why you're being so weird. Mosaranth, I don't have a Jaber build. I only have builds for characters that I've worked on. And I have nothing to spare for Jaber right now. But Zay, the servers are stable for most of us, so I don't know why you're getting disconnected. I don't think they can fix it. It sounds more like it might be your internet. Because, honest to God, these servers have been super stable. No worries, Mo. Like I said, Jaber is just not something I'm working on right now. Because working on Descendants and weapons is expensive. And with only 2 catalysts per day, it ain't easy. How many non-ultimate weapons are there? I don't know. You can check the weapons list, but I don't have a head count. I know it's definitely more than 20.
Why, you little... My shield!
How much did I spend on this game? A lot. But I choose not to disclose my total spending, if you don't mind. All of it on cosmetics only, which is even crazier. What ultimate weapon do I think is the hardest to farm? None of them. They're all easy to farm. All ultimate weapons are easy. The one that gave me the most trouble was Secret Garden, but pretty much every single weapon after that has been easy breezy. No, I have spent, Hebo. But I've only spent on cosmetics. A lot, though, on cosmetics. I think it's because they're used to YouTubers just paying their way to power, Jaybird. I don't mind the question, but I wouldn't disclose how much I actually spent. Just know that if you look at my shop, okay, you can see that there's a lot of big bundles bought. See all these emails right here? Yep, lots of caliber bundles, and all of them on cosmetics. So, yep. Not really a secret, it's just that I've spent a lot. I just choose not to disclose it. Peacemaker was easy, just go beat up Gluttony. I mean, I've got Hazza. Like, Hazza's one of the best Valbies I've ever seen. Beating up Gluttony was easy. I do the damage, he keeps Gluttony cool down, we win every time. Hazza did, I wouldn't. I have no idea what you're even talking about, Luke Legends. The only bunny builds that I know are the ones on my channel, and certainly none of them have a glitch in them. So, I genuinely have no idea what you're asking. I don't cover glitches or anything like that. So, maybe you're looking up the wrong YouTuber, my guy. We don't deal with that on this channel. My builds are strictly clean, and my builds are all normal. So, don't know what you're talking about. Okay, I'm gonna switch back to my hoodie for a little bit, guys, because now it's starting to get colder again, so I'll see you guys in a minute. There have been different bundles, Glock. They're not all the same bundle, my friend. Because you are new, that's why you don't know this. But there are different bundles. Now then, be ashamed, Glock, for not knowing everything. Look at Hazza being so nice and actually explaining it to Glock. Thanks, Jaybird. Good day to you too. See, if it was me, Hazza, I would have bullied him relentlessly and gotten all of you to bully him as well. We must make Tony suffer every day of his life until he regrets every decision he's ever made. This is the true way. Congrats, eh? Told you it was your internet problem. Exactly why you must suffer more, Glock. You can barely process the information? Good. Suffer. Only your suffering can fuel my soul. Won't fly right now, Jack, because this game being free to play, they need a way to pay their devs. They've got a massive dev team. So I think that that's why the prices are so high, but I feel that they're missing out on sales, honestly. They should definitely go for volume instead of hitting it big. But that's how it is. That's how it is. Yeah, fair enough, Hazza. just cleared my inventory. So I feel even sadder. Like I said, massive team. Oh, damn. We have actually, now looking at the polls, we're at about 258 votes. And 40% are not buying. Oof. Oof, that's a big oof. That's not very good. They may do that in future, say, but at this current moment, I don't think it's on the table. That being said, they still should focus on making more money, and the only way they can do that is by going for volume. The skin's just too pricey for people to afford, and the more people that are dripped out, the more it encourages spending. So yeah, it's a bit too expensive. This is not a Snuggie, it's a hoodie. I mean, here we call it a hoodie. I don't know if a Snuggie's the same thing, but yeah, it feels like it's a hoodie, but it feels like a wearable blanket. So they just removed the O, and it's called hoodie. They are called hooded blankets. Well, I mean, if you go to the original website, they're called hoodies. So just Google up hoodie. This one. So that's the brand that I have. I mean, if that's what you guys call it, then sure. Fair enough. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And listen, Korean dude, it's absolutely okay to pressure your friends into buying skins. Just make sure they register me as their content creator, okay? And if you really could, if you got that much money, right? Could you also pressure your friends into donating to my stream? I could really use the extra tips. Alright? Thanks very much in advance. I'm counting on you, Korean dude. Well, Gurky Thou, aren't you lucky? How dare you be so lucky? Well, looks like I have to murder your entire bloodline. What a shame. I like the hot weather, because I can just turn on the air conditioning. This cold and dry weather murders me. Of course I will say it. What reason do I have to not say it? Gotta survive somehow, right?
Get out of the way!
Yum yum yum.
You little... Out of my way!
No, my guy. I'm in Australia right now. If it was Singapore, I would not be in this gear. What roles am I looking for? I just want attack damage versus Colossus and either Toxic or Tech. But so far, they have evaded me. My luck has not been kind. Such a shame. Nope, not at all, Foxy. I don't even remember. Not that long. I remember just spamming it with Haza and the morning crew. And I just had it all eventually.
Serious?
There is no such thing as that, my friend. Any Descendant can be used against Colossi. Now, they may not be ideal for it, but any Descendant can be used against Colossi. And remember, just remember one thing, Pepe. Unless I personally tell you that this Descendant is only for one particular thing, chances are they can be used for a variety of things. If I didn't say it, it isn't true. Simple rule of thumb. Always ask yourself, did robots say this? Or did some random person say this? Or was it just some random belief from hearsay? Always be careful, my friend. If I didn't say it, it ain't true. Well, aren't you lucky, Haza? Oh, you're talking about Peacemaker, then yeah, I was about there. I'm going to the other one. How can I make this game better? Lower skin prices. Give people a reason to feel good about spending. That usually leads to very high customer satisfaction. And also, once people spend on something, they're more likely to actually get use out of their product by playing. The Reactor changes should be on the 10th. And if other creators have mentioned other stuff, then I don't know about that. Because I'm assuming the 10th, but we'll see. I mean, I don't think they're going to release anything this week because, quite frankly, they have a lot to work on. But like I said, I can keep an open mind. We may get an update, you never know. I'm not a game developer, sorry. Not my area of expertise. I don't mind something like that, Silent Death. Anyway, Scouser, here's the thing. Look, a lot of creators will say a lot of things. Clickbait videos are very common. And I'm going to make a bit of an appeal here. Normally I wouldn't say this, but I would really hope that a lot of you guys will stop watching the clickbait so that we can get these YouTubers out of here. Yes, more YouTubers is good for a game. But currently I don't like you guys, you know, supporting the misinformation engines, because every single time what happens is that I have to continuously correct stuff and everybody has to come to me and say, is this true? This person said this person that. I'm like, oh my god, no. Did an official creator say it? Are these guys official creators? Did it come from the devs' mouths? If not, no. It is extremely frustrating to combat misinformation, so do me a favor. If you know somebody gives constant misinformation or they've been proven wrong multiple times, please stop watching them. Because the faster we get these guys off YouTube, the better. And it's healthier for the game as well. That way, real creators who want to bring real content to you guys can shine. So, please help us out. Please help us by not falling for the clickbait. Don't be worrying about nonsense. And don't be watching all sorts of nonsense. Because it is really, really bad. In fact, let me just double check something. What's going on here? Oh, this was yesterday. Okay, this was not important. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's going to be a patch this week. But if there is one, I will, as soon as I have information, I'll let you guys know. It is extremely cute, Jagger, and that's one of the things why people have been banging down their door, because they said, why are the backpack and spawns exclusive? It's ridiculous. That should never have been a thing. It is wrong. I want to use this angry bunny backpack on everything because it is cute. It is adorable. Look at him. Look at him. All right. Why can I not put this on my Glay? Why can I not put this on any character? It's like literally zero extra effort. I think it's silly. I mean, I love it on my bunny, but I want to be able to put it on other stuff, and I should be able to. Yep, it's a nice small one. I mean, the cat was cool, but it's a bit too big. I hope you'll be able to put the spawn and the backpack on your Enzo if you want. The outfit, maybe not so much. I mean, if you want a feral rabbit head, then okay, that's up to you, man. Backpacks are awesome. I love them. Lol, CG. You should have been following me since the beta. You would have learned a lot more. Just follow the builds, Occam's Razor. That's all you need to do. Follow the builds, and of course, make sure you check out the playlist of all my videos. There you go. If you're just getting into hard mode, welcome to hard mode. Now it's time for you to start farming and getting all the good stuff. Couple of tips: make sure you get your weapons to level 100. Start looking into good reactors for your character. And go farm yourself an ultimate bunny. Make sure you also have Sharon and Enzo. If you don't have Sharon and Enzo yet, you might want to go back and get them. Yep. Don't forget to like. This is true. Oh my god, finally! One, but it's purple. Why did they tease me like this? Technically a bossing reactor, purple. What the hell? Shameful. Shameful. I will save this one though. It is a nice bossing reactor. I'll shove that in my storage a little later. Well, as long as you've signed up as my supporter, then I'll have no troubles with that, Glock Tony. Alright? Have you hit the register button? Be honest. If you haven't hit the register button yet, make sure you do. It is always Haz's fault. LOL. Okay, last hour of stream. I'm gonna manifest this stuff. Telling you. Manifesting it. Alright. Boo. Yeah, just doing a reactor farm. Let's check in with the polls so far. Oh man, it just broke 40. Ugh, that's not good. What is it? 42% are actually not purchasing. And 30% alone do not like the cash grab. Oh dear. This is not good. These are not encouraging numbers. What did you do, Haza? You did everything. Everything, brother. Hence the problem. You did everything. Everybody knows what you did last summer. No problem, Brian. Thank you very much. The more supporters I have, the better. I want to collect you all like Pokemon. Oh. LOL. Yep. I can certainly say Haza did that for sure. Now, hey, you're doing that to yourself at this point, you know? Why are you thinking about that? Oh, why are you thinking about that? You should not be thinking about that. That is the opposite of what you should be thinking about. Oh no, I think the numbers are encouraging, Jagger, but I say the numbers are not good for them. I don't mind whaling together, but if you want your streamers to whale with you, then there's got to be enough support. And right now, I ain't seeing it. I ain't seeing enough, you know? Not from you guys, all right? What I mean is, I'm just not seeing the player base get enthusiastic about it, you know? And I agree, it's hard, because when your skins are expensive, what money do you have left to support your streamer? More importantly, you just feel like everything is just draining your wallet, and it becomes painful.
Get out of the way!
Well, we all know that we're not going to stop spending, Jagger. But if nothing else, at least it'll give him a bit of a wake-up call, maybe, you know? I would say, look, depends on how good you are Valby as at farming. If you got no trouble farming with Valby, then by all means you can just work on Haley first, because it sounds like you've got yourself a farmer, but you need a bosser. So yeah, feel free to work on Hey. Aw, Jonathan, very kind of you.
A new member
Thanks
has
very
arrived.
much. I appreciate that. Now I can put Jonathan on the list. But yeah, just in case anyone was worrying, I wasn't talking about support from you guys. Rather, I want to see more support in terms of the viewership, you know, but it's a little hard to get that. Just to clarify myself fully, it's hard to get that when the problem is that the devs are not making all the right moves just yet. Now this game is still young, it's got a lot of potential. I have full faith that they will make the correct moves soon, but they need to keep going with what they've got, and hopefully they learn a little more about this, because if they attract another 20-30,000 people to play, then that means videos are back on the menu. That means more streams are back on the menu, you know what I'm saying? Because we make more, and that encourages the streamers and creators to create more. So fingers crossed. But once again, thank you so much, Jonathan. I appreciate you. I got no time to sit at a round table with them unless I'm paid for my time. But they can always pay me for my insights if they want. Or, you know what the devs could do? They could check out the video that I'm going to do on this, because that'd be a lot simpler for them. And it would be free. Nah, it's all good, Jonathan. Listen, do what you can when you can. I appreciate that. And like I've always said, there are also a lot of free ways that you can support your streamers. The more that people talk about me on social media or like my streams or spread the word, you know, you help me get out there, and that's all it really takes. Like, all of these are the best ways, like the best free methodologies people can use to help their streamers. It doesn't always take the money, you know. If enough people spread the word about me, then good. Wow, these reactors are garbage. I can't believe all I found this entire time was one purple reactor that was semi-useful. Just make sure that it's the one that your account is linked to. Ross, welcome to the Cool Bots. I mean, you want to help your creators for free, yeah. Just talk about me on social media. The more that you guys talk about me or share my videos on social media, like, doesn't matter whether anyone interacts with it, but you like and share the videos, more people will come by. You know, it's free. It helps. I agree. There are many ways they could do this. Either that, or they can even choose Blizzard's methodology and like have a rotating discount in the store daily. That way, like, you know, people will wait for a good discount, then buy, things like that. You know, these little things encourage spending. Discounts would be huge for us. Well, that's good, Glock. I hope more people recommend me. Of course. Did you see the Ultimate Freyna skin? No.
Out of my way!
I've had no interest in that. Isn't that a PS5 game? I'm on PC only. So, yeah.
Oh,
No, Glock. Unless you want to sponsor me. If you sponsor me for my hours, my streaming hours, I'll play whatever you want. If you pay my hourly rate, which is very expensive, no problem, buddy. I have no idea what VS stands for, but yes. Sure. I'll go with that. I am 100% going to get that skin. I saw that skin and I was like, no doubt or question. Oh, fair enough. That makes a lot of sense. Figures that Rena would think that. Well, you enjoy that, Glock Tony. But, let's keep the discussion to TFD, alright? Now, if somebody wants me to play another game, no problem. Send me a business email, and I'll tell you my rate. And I'll tell you how unbelievably expensive I am. And you can get me to play anything if you pay my rate. I just know you well, Rena. I just know you well. And that's the burnout, Hyrup. Well, obviously you're not burned out, but what I mean is that that's the burnout though. People feel like, you know, this game has been out for ages. They've been slogging through it, but it came out 3 months ago, you know? People just overplay it. Hell, I'm overplaying it right now. And I still haven't gotten the reactor I want. Like, Jesus Christ, this is the worst farm I've ever been doing. These farms are so good this week. And I still haven't gotten the reactor I want. I don't know, man. I don't know. When they ask in the interview room, I don't know. Glock Tony, I don't discuss my rates in public spaces. You want to know? You can send me a business email, RealAsianRobot@gmail.com. Like, if you're serious, I'm gonna consider it, but just know it's very expensive. Very, very high is the answer.
my shields!
Yeah, streamers never get better RNG. That is a lie that people feed to make themselves feel better. No. Streamer RNG is the same as everybody else's. No. Damn, Jonathan. Alright. With your rates, I'm gonna just have to wait. I'm gonna wait patiently. And in a few years, when you're done with all your car payments, you have even more spare change for me. One day I wish I could get to that rate, Jonathan. That'll be the day. That'll be the day. It's gonna take a lot of effort, but I'm gonna get there. One of these days, huh? Lol, Foxy. This is why you should have been following me since the beta, bro. Why were you not my fan since like 10 years ago, before I even started a channel? I'm so upset. How could you guys not follow me across time and space? I'm wounded. Sounds good. Enjoy. If it makes you happy, why not? I'm a patient man. I can wait to bleed you guys dry eventually. That was a slightly unusual frame rate drop. We all get way too many code breakers.
So slow.
I've never even thought about using it. Do I want a cool sports car? No. I have zero interest in cars. I don't drive enough to have it make a difference. No, no, no. First thing I want is my own music recording room in my apartment. I'll renovate my apartment, get myself one of those, and then I will get even more expensive streaming gear. I want state-of-the-art stuff. And I also want external gear so I can stream live outside. Ah, those are all pipe dreams for now. Oh, glad you enjoyed it, Glock. If it's my downtime, I basically either work out or I will play, funnily enough, brain games. I enjoy things that make me think. Oh my god, not a single reactor has gold rolls. What the hell? Oof. What a day, what a day, what a day. I only visit the outside when I want to work out. That's about it. That's about it. Alright, back at it.
No chance.
Not those kinds of puzzles. I mean, like, Sudoku, things like that. I will often play brain games. Like, sometimes in my downtime, I'll just play that. Occasionally, I'll play some solitaire. Things that make me think. I like things that make me think.
So slow.
Fair enough, nothing wrong with that. Commercial drone pilot? Damn, Jonathan, you got a lot under your belt. That's pretty cool. No, I'm not farming for code breakers. I don't need code breakers. Toxic mechanics reactor drops here. I just want one. Trying to see if I can get one with a good roll. Code breakers, I have way too many. I only play on PC. I am not a console person. Gaming on PC is the way of life for me. Okay, let's check in with the polls right now. Where are we at? We've had 295 votes, up from the 258 earlier, so a lot of people are voting and having their say. We're up to 43% that are not actually going to be buying in, which is, again, the number is increasing quite a bit. That's about 127 people out of the 295 that will not actually be buying the Halloween skins. Interesting. That doesn't sound very good. Well, for Nexon, I mean. Hopefully they realize the error of their ways. Cheaper skins, sales, you know, all this kind of thing would be a lot better for them. Mr. Jonas O'Hara, okay. First and foremost, never mention that game in front of me, alright? Please pretend I never played it. I have no interest in, you know, being reminded of a racist game and a racist community. So, thank you very much. Please respect it. I left that behind years ago, and I do not want any association with it. So if you want to be at my channel, never mention that game here. Thank you. Nice. Sounds good, Jonathan. I mean, either way, you know, it sounds cool to me. Got all these cool skills that I don't have. But me right now, you know, all you guys have such amazing careers and I'm just some broke ass, half-done, half-baked YouTuber. I mean, sure, I might get there someday. Well, actually, sorry, I will get there one day. But damn, it just takes some time. So for now, I'm like, oh man, everybody's got such a cool career. And in the meantime, I'm just here doing this. Farming reactors. Can I show the Halloween skins? Check the YouTube, because it's not on my channel. Go check the First Descendant official YouTube and their Twitter. That's where you can see it with your own two eyeballs.
No chance.
Hey, accountants are important. I used to be an accountant, but I couldn't live that life.
Shields.
Not my thing. So I quit to do YouTube instead. Don't quit? Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm a very realistic person, but chances are I am very unlikely to quit. Mostly because these skills aren't exactly transferable, so I better damn well make it. There is no other option for me. Yeah. I've always loved making the spreadsheets. Okay, come on. One of these reactors has to be decent. Nope, not a single one again. What did I do to the gods of RNG that they won't give me a single god roll? I mean, sure, I'm asking for a lot, but hey, come on, man. One god roll? Doing good, Junie June. Hope you're having a great day at work. Hey, pivot tables. Those are nice. I recently learned how to do vertical editing, so I started to make shorts and TikToks because I want to branch out into TikTok. TikTok pays a lot. I don't know how long it'll take me to make it there, but I'm gonna try and make it. I'm gonna do everything I can. Same, bro, same. All I've gotten tonight are doo-doo. So those people who are luckier than me and have god roll reactors, I will murder you all. Absolutely. TikTok is the only thing right now paying more than YouTube. I wish I'd gotten started on it sooner, but I was always afraid, you know? So, YouTube was easier to learn, so I just bit the bullet and I said, you know what? I'll learn vertical editing, and off we go. No sense in thinking about it. Just do it. It activates some neurons for you, huh, CG? Hey, same thing, man. I do love the sounds, but I just wish that I would get my god roll. Like, realistically, how hard can it be? I don't much care about the mobbing version. I've already got that. I just want my god roll now. Thus far, it's always been one or the other. So I'm still praying for my god roll to drop. Come on. Oh. Oh my god. Colossus a non-attribute. Ugh. I literally already had that, but you know what? I will still take this because this has a better Colossus attack than this other one. What the? A half a boss reactor, I guess. Just a half. I'm sure you will, CG. You'll probably have better luck than me, to be honest. But now I'm too deep. I just can't quit. You know, I'm too deep into it. I'm way too deep into it. No problem, Jonas. At least now you know about it. Thank you for respecting that. You're welcome to be at my channel, just don't mention that game, alright? Thank you. I don't know, we'll see. Like I said, there's no open details right now. So I'm going to wait and see. I'm gonna be a very chill kind of guy and wait and see what happens. However, I hope that I'll get a chance to see them on multiple different characters, and maybe we'll get the opportunity. I mean, they did look cool, but my main one is definitely going to be that Freyna ultimate skin. Oof, that one is good. I almost regret picking up Twisted Worship right now because, damn, they threw that in my face instead. Oop-a-doop-a-doodly-doo. No. She hasn't even released into the game yet. That's on the 10th, my guy. Lock. Lock. Brother. Brother. Gotta be better than this, bro. Oh, excuse the yawning. Sorry, guys. It's getting to that time of night. Like, mentally, I'm not tired, but apparently my body thinks I'm tired. Like, body, come on, man. Single one. Again. Why are they like this? Alright, time to wash off my misery by checking in on the polls. Yeah, we've just reached 300 votes, and 46% are on the no side. 44%. Phew. I'm so glad I read that wrong. I was about to start panicking. If 46% were on the no side, that would be pretty terrible. Okay, 44%. It's not encouraging, but still, you know, that's not horrifying either. So okay. No need for sleep. Just push through it. Your body will get used to it. Except that you might make mistakes like this, like, didn't even start up the mission. There we go. Now we're talking. Now what you do is you tell your eyes to stay open. Screw them. They should know better than start closing up on you. Tell your eyes to respect your willpower better. They'll close when you say so, not before. Oh, listen, if I could literally just replace my entire body and just live as some kind of brainwave on the internet, I will. Without doubt or hesitation. For those that are Warhammer 40k fans, I'm a huge Adeptus Mechanicus type guy. So, don't think I would ever hesitate to replace all this body with pure steel. I would just be a part of the machine, no hesitation whatsoever. Alright, Mechanicus all the way. Mike, I'm not in the US? No, I'm not. I'm in Australia. I'm an Australia boy. Do you think I was American? No, I'm not American. I'm not in the States. Yep. And I'll be moving back to Singapore end of the year, so that's another thing on my plate. So much to do. Yum, 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 yum. Oh, believe me, I completely understand, Jagger. Everyone always thinks I'm from the US, but I'm not. If there's another Singaporean person that shows up in chat, you'll hear my actual accent, which is a Singaporean accent. Yes, flesh is weak, Damien. Praise be to the Omnissiah. I respect the fact that you worship the Omnissiah. May he lead us to greater mechanical triumphs. May the machine spirit of this venerable computer last me until next year. Okay, come on. One of these reactors has to be decent. Nope. Nope. All are garbage. Oh my god. I saw some gold rolls. I even saw some double gold rolls. They probably were not the gold rolls we needed. Ah. I'm suffering so much emotional damage right now. But you know what? I'm gonna do it again. And tomorrow I'm gonna have another discussion poll. You know? That is Bunny's Transcendent mod high voltage. So if you look up my high voltage farming build for Bunny, you basically see what she's doing. So this basically turns her ring lightning into bolts of thunder instead. It hits less targets, but it works pretty well. I do not disagree with that, Dizzy. Hey, Rafi. What do I think the Halloween skins will be priced at? Same as the current prices. So prepare for trouble and make it double. No problem, Mike. Just make sure you register me as your creator, alright? More videos will be coming soon. I've been thinking of conducting a lot of polls, talking to the audience, that kind of thing. Because this week is pretty much all reactor farming, so I've been working on like ways that I can, I don't know, talk to the people more, maybe get a little bit of a pulse of the people. You know? That's what I'm hoping to do this week. This week, that's my big focus. I really just want to talk to people, you know, find out what they be thinking about, you know, Halloween skins, things like this, all this kind of stuff. Jack, if you want to melt with Glay, go check out my gun build. Look up my Glay gun build, and then look up the gun builds that I have on this channel, and you will see why I have never once used a rocket launcher. Except for Molten Fortress. And even then, that's only to cheese the mechanic. If you want to really be strong, follow the builds. Oh, Glock, it's really easy, dude. Here. If you guys want to register, all you have to do is there's no code to input. You see that link that Nightbot just put up, Glock? Click that link, register, that's it. It's free, done. Listen, if you're a whale, that's good. Register, buy all the skins you like, and also you see that $ button, you hit that, send me a couple of super chats. I'll be grateful. But yes, registering is easy. Just hit that link and you're done. Nexon have a very good system. I like the fact that they do not require you to enter a code, because I think that a lot of people will forget entering the code. It is so much easier to just register, that's it. They take care of everything. I don't know who the skins are for, to be honest. I'm gonna wait until they're actually released.
A new donation has arrived.
Who just tipped $500? Jesus Christ. Okay, that's it. I don't have to work the rest of this month. Thank you guys. Thank you. I'm out. Please indicate your name so I can actually thank you properly in this video, because that is one of the largest tips I've ever received. So if you want to disclose yourself, feel free to say that it's you. But if not, then I can put anonymous into my top supporter list, because Jesus Christ, that is unbelievable. Okay. Looks like I don't have to work anymore. I can just do fun stuff this month. Thank you, whoever did that. You crazy person. I see Arcane there. Get poked in the face. How you doing, Arcane? Have I got an update from the dev Q&A on the 29th of September? Not really. See you later, Hazza. I'm glad you're good, Arcane. Get some good rest. And you got 6 gold ones? Oh, okay, but okay, yeah, it's crit damage. I mean, they might still be useful. What are my PC specs? I don't disclose them because I'm not a tech channel, so to avoid problems like that, I usually just don't disclose it. I can only tell you that my graphics card is an RTX 3080. Alright, since no one has laid claim to it, I shall just put anonymous there. Thank you, whoever you are, mysterious person. You are a legend. Christmas skins paid for? Nah, this is the Halloween skins paid for. I'm gonna deck out the characters straight up. Whoever did it, thank you. Kind person. Okay, now back to farming. Or rather clearing mods so I can finish farming for the end of the day. Oh, Arcane. Tomorrow, I'm bringing back the Last Gun Veteran. I actually tried it out with George today. It was after the stream. They were playing for a little bit. It's actually not bad. I actually got it workable again. So, that's going to be fun tomorrow. So I'm going to roll a bit of that. No, I agree, Haza. Like, I've got one that has freaking Colossus and that's it. And I'm just thinking to myself, what else can I get? I don't know, man. This game is like slowly trying to murder me. Nope, I got half of one. Not a proper one yet. I need a bit more. Oh yeah, you want to go double Last Gun Veteran? I don't mind that. I was actually using the fastest mark for that one, Arcane. And it actually has like the ammo reserve, if you get the extra reserves, dude, it goes up to 1,000 bullets. It's not bad, legit. I was like, I feel pretty ammo efficient. So I'm gonna be burning that gun tomorrow. I think it's really fun. It's gonna be good. Well, King Alex D, the Ultimate Bunny builds are already on my channel. If you have not yet checked out my playlist, you can find my playlist of videos there. Nightbot will put it up. And then once Nightbot puts it up, there you go, right there. You can actually check out all the videos in there. So I have several bunny builds in there. There are about 3. I recommend if you're just going to use her for farming, like what I'm doing, I highly recommend the high voltage farming bunny build. Good night, Hazza. Have a good sleep. I myself am gonna get some rest and chill with Kaz soon. So I'm almost done here as well. It's a shame that we didn't get the reactor we wanted, but thank you to whoever that kind donor was. Today has been a solid day. Thank you very much. Now, where else was I? Let's see if there's anything else left for me to do. Hang on, I gotta school this person. What should I look for? A farming freighter reactor for mobbing, as we call it. You probably don't want a gold one, because gold ones are hard to trigger. I would go with, where is it? Toxic skill power boost and skill duration up, because that means that her poison lasts longer. This is actually the perfect mobbing reactor, so I already have that. I'm just looking for a bossing reactor right now, and I still haven't found one, so that's been a little unswanky, but yeah. Survive. Hey, I got a bossing reactor. Holy crap. Hey, I got one. Well, goodbye to you. Turns out I did get a bossing reactor. The very last run that I did, I actually have a bossing reactor right there. Additional skill attack Colossus, toxic skill attack right there. Hey! Damn, I got one just at the end. Okay, okay. Satisfied, satisfied. Yep, that was pretty good. That's pretty good. Like, literally the last batch that I had is right here. Finally, I got one. Finally. Okay, so yeah, this is what I'll be using for bossing. For mobbing, I use this. Toxic skill power, duration up. This is the best choice for mobbing, because if you want to kill mobs fast, you want your poison to last longer, bigger damage. Now, there's an alternative. The other alternative is skill effect range, okay, which can save you a bit of additional range, skill effect range, and skill duration up. However, I do not recommend that one. I recommend toxic skill power, skill duration up instead. Skill effect range is better increased to your modules, so do take note of that. Okay. Sick. Now I can chuck this one in the bin. Colossi damage on reactors only works on abilities. Anything on a reactor only affects your abilities in general. I will try and explain that in a second. Bear with me. What's this one? Oh, this is my bossing reactor. Excuse me. Why do I have this? What even is this for? I'm confused, but I'm gonna put it in my storage anyway, just in case. Oh man, I've got too many reactors in the storage. Ugh. Let me clean this out. But yes, if you look at any of these, right, the attack power versus Colossi only affects skill attack, which is effectively this part here. It's the part that you're seeing, the reactor part, the power up there, 11,060. Then you see down the bottom, 11,060. This is what is being affected. So yes. Skill effect range always goes crazy. It's pretty swanky danky, not gonna lie. I can clean out this one because I do not need it. Okay. Coolio, coolio. Don't know what that one's doing there, but that one's unneeded. Let's take a look at chill reactors right now. This is the old one that I had. Not very good. This one is no longer needed. So I have a better version of this already. Also no longer needed. Definitely no longer needed. Okay, good. Let's check out, oh, toxic, I don't need to check out electric. This is my Nene's one. Blue beetle mounting. Yes. Python mounting. Both these are good. Both of these are very, very good. Now, skill critical hit damage would have been better, but these are okay. Genuinely okay. That's an okay purple bosser. I'll remove this one for now. Okay, all good. Lol, it's your birthday tomorrow, Arcane? Well, let's have some fun in the morning and go murder some heretics. Happy birthday in advance, my friend. Thank you for all these lovely months of friendship. Excuse me. You should, DJ Sammy. Alright, ladies and gents, that is the end of the stream. I think it is time for me to go. I hope you have a fantastic birthday, Arcane. Alright, I'll sing you happy birthday tomorrow. But please, have a good one. Oh my god, my mailbox. What is this disaster? Sorry, guys. Let me quickly clean this out as well. I'm sure that they will add more action in future. It's just that there's less action now because everybody just goes for the easiest way of killing them. And the easiest way of killing them is to just absolutely blast them fast, you know? So I have no doubt that they will add some more interesting fights in future, for sure. But not right now, probably. At least that's what I'm thinking. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. And I will see y'all in the morning. Y'all have a good one. Catch you later. Bye.